in the 5 and 10.
Listening once again.
With candy canes and silver lanes aglow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store. But the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. A pair of hop-along boots and a pistol that chooses a wish at Barney and Ben.
Dogs at the top will go for a walk as the hope for Janice and Jen.
And Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go.
Now there's a tree in the Grand Hotel.
One in the park as well.
The sturdy kind that doesn't mind the snow.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will start.
And the thing that will make them ring is the carol that you sing right within your...
Oh. Nobody can hear you.
Never seen Joe move so quick. All right, we'll call to order. We'll start with Pledge of Allegiance. How about if Haley, it says call to order, Pledge of Allegiance, roll call. I can read tonight, Dan. I learned to read since the last meeting.
Sit down. Thank you.
So we can stand back up.
Here we are.
That Haley, let's lead us in the pledge.
Right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And the invocation.
And Joe?
I am pleased and honored that we have Pastor Paul from High Desert Church tonight to lead us in our invocation. And thanks, Pastor, for working your schedule and making it here. I'm glad you enjoy this room, too.
Hey, this is a great building. I've been here on several occasions for different events, so we love it. I just want to say thanks for having us here, and let me just pray for tonight's meeting, if I can pray over us. So let's pray together. Loving Father, I just thank you for tonight, and we're grateful for the good work here at VBC. And we just ask that tonight you would give our Board of Trustees wisdom and discernment as they listen and as they decide and they make decisions. I pray for the faculty and the staff that put literal thousands upon thousands of hours into making Victor Valley College an incredible institution. I pray for the students that come here that they would be shaped to think well, to be men and women of character, that they would be influencers, not only here in the High Desert, but around the world as they take what they learn here and they influence and impact so many others. We give you all the glory. We know that you are the giver of all good gifts and that our salvation is through your Son, Jesus. And we are thankful for what you are doing here at VBC and in this valley because of this college. And we just ask a blessing over the night. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, roll call.
Trustee Wood.
Here.
Trustee Tarpley.
Here.
Trustee Brady.
Here.
Trustee Terrell.
Here.
Trustee Griffin.
Here.
Student Trustee Reyes.
Here.
Superintendent President Dr. Walden.
Here.
All right, item 1.4, rotation of officers. So I think we need a motion, right? I make a motion that Jennifer Tarpley be stuck
Yes.
being the president for
Second.
the next year.
So not be. You said not be?
No, I said Tarpley.
Oh, I thought you said not be the president.
No, I said that she'd
I
be
was second-
stuck being
but
the
I'll
president
second
for
her
the
being the
next year.
Okay.
Are you doing a voice vote?
No,
Popped up.
it's already popped up.
Oh.
Thanks.
Student advisory.
Yes.
I can't see these things.
Thank you.
What a terrible friend you are, Haley.
Wow. Thanks, everyone. I was nervous about a few.
Unanimous.
Is that $100 you gave me today that got you over the line?
Right, yeah.
What'd you get, Brandon? Hey, Doc, did she give you any money? No? We can all be bought up.
Okay. Raise your right hand. I, Jennifer Tarpley,
I, Jennifer Tarpley,
solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California.
and the Constitution of the State of California.
It is with the deepest sense of responsibility
It is with the deepest sense of responsibility
and conviction
and conviction
that I assume my office
that I assume my office
as a trustee board president
as a trustee board president
of the Victor Valley Community College District.
of the Victor Valley Community College District,
That I understand my authority
that I understand my authority
exists only when acting collectively
exists only when acting collectively
with my fellow board members,
with my fellow board members,
and that our authority is derived from
and that our authority is derived from
and obliged to serve
and obliged to serve
the interest of our entire community.
the interests of our entire community,
That I will exemplify ethical behavior and conduct
ethical behavior and conduct
that is above reproach.
that is above reproach,
That I will engage in an ongoing process
that I will engage in an ongoing process
of in-service education
of in-service education
and continuous improvement.
and continuous improvement,
That I will be prepared to participate in open,
that I will be prepared to participate in open,
honest,
honest,
and civil deliberation
and civil deliberation
with my colleagues,
with my colleagues,
vote my conscience
vote my conscience
rather than to advance any special interest,
rather to advance any special interest,
and support the decisions and policies of the governing board.
and support the decisions and policy of the governing board,
That I will honor the division of authority
that I will honor the division of authority
and responsibility
and responsibility
between the governing board,
between the governing board,
the superintendent president,
the superintendent president,
the associated student body,
the associated student body,
the faculty, and the staff. The academic senate,
the academic senate,
the faculty, and the staff.
the faculty, and the staff,
That I will contribute to creating a culture
that I will contribute to creating a culture
of service to students,
of service to students,
mutual respect,
mutual respect,
cooperation, and collegiality.
cooperation, and collegiality.
I take this obligation freely
I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will
that I will well
and faithfully discharge
and faithfully discharge
the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations. Passing of the gavel.
Oh, thank you. How do I accept it?
You got a curtsy.
Okay.
You can hit him in the head if you want.
I make a motion to elect Joseph W. Brady to serve as the board vice president.
Second.
Student advisory. Sorry, I was
Yes.
writing
She
my
forgot her
notes.
first one.
Uh-oh.
I didn't, actually. I was writing notes.
Am I doing yours or somebody else?
No, John's. Pick it.
Sharon, you made John wear a suit.
Good woman.
Sorry,
Looking
John.
sharp, John.
Thank you, President Tarpley. There was 4 of you guys that caused a problem when Sharon was on the board, and it's payback for that tonight. Trustee Wood, Trustee Tarpley, Trustee Henderson, and this guy was a big problem, Trustee Brady. nominated Sharon to be board of directors, all the big whoop-de-doo for all the trustees everywhere. And there was a statement that she made at the time. I don't even think any of you guys read it, but she's going to read it right now.
Enrollment in our colleges and throughout our country is declining, not only as a result of our declining birth rate, but also because of the changing societal priorities. If we are going to justify future funding to keep the doors open, we must stay relevant and responsive to our local and world communities' needs, hopes, and dreams. And BBC is doing that right now.
How many of you know the story of John and Joe? No? Let me just say this, because this is an honor. This was the third time we've done this. My wife is the first. John and I were at war. I mean, war. He is, there's 5 boys in our family. I'm the fifth and the oldest. John is my 6th brother. Has been introduced to me. So if 2 hardheads can go, so John will tell you he's a lovely socialist Democrat, and the 2 of us will get together. We're trying to figure out how to get a Washington, Sacramento, make it happen. So one, it's an honor to have him do this, and I just want to say I'm honored. He actually sent me this oath on the phone to see if I could actually do this. I said, bear with me.
Raise your right hand. I, Joseph William Brady,
I, Joseph William Brady,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States of America
the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California.
it is with the deepest sense of responsibility
It's with the deepest sense of responsibility
and conviction
and conviction
that I assume my office as a trustee
that I assume my office as a trustee
of the Victor Valley Community College District,
of the Victor Valley Community College District,
that I understand my authority
that I understand my authority
exists
exists
only when acting collectively
only when acting collectively
with my fellow board members,
with my fellow board members,
and that our authority
that our authority
derived from
is derived from
and obligated to serve
and obligated to serve
the interests
the interest
of our entire community,
and the interests of our entire community,
that I will exemplify
that I will exemplify
ethical behavior
ethical behavior
and conduct
and conduct
that is above reproach,
that is above reproach,
that I will engage in an ongoing process
that I will engage in an ongoing process
of in-service education
of in-service education
and continuous improvement,
and continuous improvement,
that I will be prepared
that I will be prepared
to participate in open,
to be prepared to participate in open,
honest,
honest,
and civil
and civil
deliberation
deliberations
with my colleagues,
with my colleagues,
vote my conscience,
vote my conscience,
rather than to advance any special interest
rather than to vote any special interest,
and support the decisions
and support the decisions
and policies of this governing board,
and policies of this governing board,
that I will honor the division of authority
that I will honor the division of authority
and responsibility between this governing board,
and responsibility of this governing board,
the superintendent president,
the superintendent president,
the associated student body,
the associated student body,
the academic senate,
the academic senate,
the faculty,
the faculty,
and the staff,
and the staff,
that I will contribute to creating a culture of service,
that I will create a culture of service. I will contribute to
creating a culture of service, do that all the time. Mutual respect,
mutual respect,
cooperation,
cooperation,
and collegiality.
and collegiality.
I take this obligation freely
I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion.
or purpose of evasion.
That I will faithfully discharge
That I will faithfully discharge
the duties upon which I am about to enter.
the duties by which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Okay, 1.6, rotation of officers, election of board clerk and oath of office. Can I get a motion?
Motion?
Second.
Second?
Are we motioning for someone?
I think it's
Isn't it?
me. Yeah, for trustee Stephen Terrell.
Okay, thank you. Just clarifying.
Griffin?
It was unanimous.
Unanimous.
And
Oh,
student
it's-
advisory? Yes.
Wow, yeah, thanks, that was the toughest one.
Facts.
I, Stephen Terrell. Solemnly swear or affirm. That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support and defend the Constitution
And the Constitution of the State of California.
the Constitution of the State of California.
Against all enemies,
Against all enemies,
foreign and domestic.
foreign and domestic.
That I will bear true faith
Faith
and allegiance to the Constitution
and allegiance to the Constitution
of the United States
of the United
and
States.
the Constitution of the State of California.
The Constitution of the State of California.
It is with the deepest sense of responsibility and conviction
It is with the deepest sense of responsibility and conviction
that I assume my office
that I assume my office
as clerk
as clerk
of the Board of Trustees
of the Board of Trustees
of the Victor Valley Community College District.
of Victor Valley Community College District.
That I understand my authority
That I understand my authority
exists only when acting collectively
that exists only when acting collectively
with my fellow board members,
with my fellow board members,
and that our authority is derived from
and our authority is derived from
and obliged to serve
and obliged to serve
in the interest of our entire community.
the interests of our entire community.
That I will exemplify ethical behavior
That I will exemplify ethical behavior
and conduct that is above reproach.
and conduct that is above reproach.
That I will engage in an ongoing process
That I will engage in an ongoing process
of in-service education
of in-service education,
and continuous improvement.
continuous improvement.
That I will be prepared to participate
That I will be prepared to participate
in open, honest, and civil deliberation
in open, honest, and civil deliberation
with my colleagues,
with my colleagues,
with my country, rather than to advance my any special interest,
rather than to advance any special interest.
and support the decisions and policy of this governing board.
Support the decisions and policy of this governing board.
That I will honor the division of authority
That I will honor the division of authority
and responsibility
and responsibility
between the governing board,
between the governing board,
superintendent president,
and president,
the associated student body,
associated student body,
the academic senate,
the academic senate,
the faculty, and the staff.
faculty, and the staff.
That I will contribute to creating a culture
That I will contribute to creating a culture
of service to students,
of service to students,
mutual respect,
mutual respect,
cooperation,
cooperation,
and collegiality.
and collegiality.
I take this obligation freely,
I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion.
or purpose of evasion.
That I will and well
That I will and well
and faithfully discharge
and faithfully discharge
the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations, clerk.
Okay, and now, 1.7, announcement of items deleted or corrected from the agenda. There are none. 1.8, public comment announcement. I am going to read this out just so everybody's aware, because we do have quite a bit of public comment. The complete written request to address the board shall be submitted at the beginning of the open session portion of the meeting. Individuals may comment after being recognized by the board president and before board discussion of the particular item, Board Policy 2350. At this time, the Board of Trustees will listen to communication from the public on non-agendized items pertaining to college business. Each speaker is limited to one presentation per meeting on non-agendized matters. Public comments are limited to 3 minutes per individual and a total of 15 minutes per topic. Speakers will be timed electronically, and all speakers will be called to approach the microphone at the podium at the appropriate time to speak. Only those who have been recognized by the board president will be permitted to speak. State law prohibits the board from addressing any issues not included on the agenda. So it's going to seem awkward that we're not responding to you, but just know that we are listening. So at this time, I'd like to see if Amber Catlett is here. And hopefully I said the name correctly. Amber Catlett. So this was an emailed item, so I'm just going to set it aside. Is that correct? Okay. So our next one that I'd like to, we have some that have multiple. So we're going to go through that. So our next one is Iris Gonzalez. Hi.
Okay, when can I start?
Right now.
Okay, so I stayed up till 12 p.m. to register for classes, but I had no idea that library hold meant that I wasn't going to be able to register for classes. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to register. And those classes were really important classes to me, and it pushed back like almost 16 weeks plus of me, because now I'm like waitlisted. And I really feel like they should have specified on what they meant by that, like registration is at jeopardy or something like that. But yeah, that is what I wanted to share with you guys, that I feel like it should have been more specific, saying that registration was at jeopardy, because I know that I'm not the first person that it's happened to, and I know it's happened to a couple students. But yes, thank you for you guys' time. God bless you guys.
Thank you. Okay. The next, there are two for the same topic, so I'm going to call them in this order. Nicholas Morales. Hi.
Good morning, board. I'm from the music department. My name is Nicholas Morales. I'm a music major, and me and another member from the music department, her name is Lily McNeil, want to give a short presentation about a recent trip that we went on called the MAC conference, which it took place up north. We have a presentation.
Will it fall within our guidelines of timing?
Yes, it should.
Okay.
And we want to give this presentation to give an overview of what we did on this trip, and to show appreciation for the money granted to us from the board and the ASB. So this is called the MAC conference, and MAC stands for the Music Association of Community Colleges of California. And what it is community colleges from all over California, up north to south, send their best musicians from both band and choir to perform on a band of sorts. And it's a 3-day trip. It was an 8-hour bus ride, and we really appreciate all the money that we're given to pay for our buses, our hotels, and our dining. This year it was hosted in the marina, in Berkeley Marina, and every year switches from Berkeley to San Diego, and this year falled in Berkeley. Here's everyone who went. We have some choir students, we have some band, and yeah, it was a really fun experience. We had 3 days of rehearsals, as I mentioned. Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m., Friday from 9 to 12 p.m., and also we had a second rehearsal from 2 to 4:30, and Saturday we had 8 to 11, which is when we also had our concert that day at 3 to 5. And we had performances from our faculty as well, including Dr. Phillips, and our piano accompanist, Heidi Arthington, and also our orchestra teacher, Mr. Brigham Welsh. So we were able to learn a lot from this event. We worked with directors from CSU San Marcos and CSU Sacramento, and we were able to learn a lot of different techniques and methods of playing music. And we also were able to learn different methods of getting into music, either going straight into university or maybe teaching at a different country, which is what the doctor from San Marcos did, or maybe going into the military, which we got where we could get music education there and potentially even pay for school.
Okay, so your 3 minutes is up, but your counterpart can now finish the presentation. Sorry to interrupt you. Thank you. We're keeping it official.
Hello, my name is
Tiger Lily?
Yeah, my
Okay.
name is Tiger Lily, or Lily McNeil. So yes, we went on the MAC conference in Berkeley. It was a super fun trip. I will be talking about the choir side because I'm in choir. My counterpart Nick was in the band. I can say a little bit about that, but for the choir part, we had a guest conductor named Dr. Corey Brown, and she was just an inspirational person. And I know that from hearing what a lot of people in the choir were saying, they are trying to go to San Marcos for at least their master's program because she was so influential, and I thought it was just such a brilliant experience to see just like what other directors there are out there, because our choir director, Mrs. Sonia Krenek Arcabello, is a very beautiful director. But it was just so nice to see different directors and just different things. And I just feel like as a community, because there was band and choir, I feel like we all just kind of came together and we like bonded together as a program. And I just think it was just such a fun opportunity. And so we got like a lot of money from it. We got $7,000. And we just want to use this for our program, to build our program. Like, we're renovating the whole music program right now, and we're trying to make the music program bigger and better for our students, for our staff, and we're just trying to help like better our program, because it's a beautiful program, it's an amazing program, but we want to make it better. And we would just like to thank the board and the ASB for all the money that they've given us for our music program and for this trip, and we cannot thank you enough.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay. And next, I'd like to invite Trinae Nelson. Do you guys want to go together? And Matt Wells. And some other guy.
Some other guy by the name of
I'm
Ryan.
kidding.
I am the other guy. Good
And
evening,
if you
Madam
need some more time, let us know. We'll obviously grant it to you.
Okay.
Speak for yourself, Joseph W.
This is a
Good evening, Madam President, if I may
Hello,
say that.
thank you.
Right? As well as members of the governing board, Dr. Dan Walden, and of course, all the other Victor Valley College leadership. My name is Ryan Holman. I'm the superintendent of the Snowline Joint Unified School District. Also, I'm honored to also say that I'm the chairperson of the Mountain Desert Career Pathways Joint Powers Authority. It's a 9-school district collaboration on high-quality career technical education. Now, my colleagues and I right here, we're just truly honored to be here tonight on behalf of the MDCP JPA Governing Board to present our formal recognition and commendation to Victor Valley College for its exceptional and profoundly impactful work in high school to college articulation. Now, this is not a new endeavor. In fact, the Enduring Partnership has been active for 14 years and has created a remarkable, well-paved pathway for our region students, providing them with truly invaluable opportunities and ensuring a genuine, seamless transition from secondary to higher education. Now, this collaboration is a model of what successful community partnership should look like, and we are truly proud to celebrate this milestone tonight.
My name is Matt Wells. I'm the director of MDCP, and many incredible people at BBC, including Dr. Mackenzie Tarango, Lee Bennett, Rennie Toms, Chris Piercy, many outstanding faculty have poured immense heart and soul into this partnership for many years. And the results are not abstract. The data speaks clearly regarding BVC's commitment to our region's youth. So following the close of the 2024-2025 school year, Victor Valley College awarded an astonishing 4,669 grades to high school or high-performing students who successfully completed their career technical education high school courses with the requisite final and course grades. These courses span 17 different disciplines, cover 45 unique college courses. It's a staggering breadth of opportunity. To place this in the proper historical context, this impressive number contributes to a total of 32,061 college grades, so individual college grades awarded to high school students over the entire 14-year lifespan of this initiative. And these figures are far more than just statistics. They're a powerful testament to VBC's unwavering dedication to excellence, its commitment to fostering successful post-secondary handoffs that directly benefit our shared community. This is proactive, impactful education in action.
We have a second card, so we'll start our next 3 minutes,
Sounds
I
great.
think.
Love it.
I won't take the whole time. Good evening. My name is Trinae Nelson. I'm the superintendent of Apple Valley Unified School District and also a proud governing board member of MDCP. We are confident that VVC's comprehensive approach, fostering a vital college-going culture, actively building students' confidence in their capacity to handle rigorous college-level coursework and engaging in multiple student handoff efforts, continues to have a positive and long-lasting impact. This impact touches every part of our region, our economy, local businesses, to our families, and most importantly, to the many students whose futures are fundamentally changed for the better. We are certain that this level of collaboration and success would stack up among the very best anywhere in the state, and indeed across this nation. We are incredibly proud of this sustained collaboration and look forward to with great anticipation to many transformative outcomes yet to come. Thank you.
So we have a little plaque with the actual written recognition, and I can drop this off with. Okay.
I'll come down.
Dan will come down. We can take a photo.
We gotta get a picture with you guys. This is awesome. Thank you, surprising. I didn't see any of you back there. All right.
Okay, and the next topic has 6 speakers. So with the board's permission, I'd like to take a motion to allow all 6 speakers for a total of 18 minutes.
Motion to extend to the appropriate number.
Thank you. Yes, can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you. Do we do anything else?
No.
Nope. Okay, so I'll just call them the names of the students that filled out a card in the order that I think I received them. I don't know at this point. Adrian Mejia, Jr.
Hi, sorry. Well, I was wondering if I could go last and have the other speakers go in front of me.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
So I have Chelsea Vallegos Maya. I'm so sorry if I did not say any of that right.
It's all right. No one ever says it right.
Really tried.
It's not so easy, is it?
All right. Well, esteemed members of the board, it's a pleasure to talk to you today. My name is Chelsea Villegas Moya. I'm the Vice President of Unidos, and I was a former member of VBC's Model United Nations team. In fact, I am missing a bit of class for this too. I've been at VBC for just about a year studying and majoring in history, and I will be transferring to study at Cal Poly Pomona in spring 2026. My goal, getting my bachelor's degree as well as getting my teaching credentials so I can teach history at a secondary level. Education has always been so near and dear to my heart, and I have to blame it on my upbringing. While my parents never graduated high school, nor did they have the opportunity, they have always pushed my sisters and I to continue studying and to go for further education. My sister Giovanna studied nursing and business right here at VBC, while my sister studied psychology. That being said, my love for education extends to a worry that when I consider the difficulties of college. It's so hard for many people I know. Financially and mentally, it is a great shift and a drain of time. I deem well worthy, but others can't. It may be beyond achievement for more, and especially for those in the Latino community, a community that is a majority of VBC as well as our region. Attending this institution and working towards a degree should be celebrated. A graduation celebration, specifically for Latinos, would not only serve as encouragement, as a goal to work towards, but also as a moment of respite when finals are around. I'm sure all of you know that well. This celebration should be separate from the actual graduation ceremony.
Problems that go back for generations, such as poverty, lack of opportunity, and neglect, affect Latinos and other groups, and perseverance should be recognized, not just for 1 month like Hispanic Heritage Month. Even harsher would be the difficulties facing undocumented students, such as our dreamers, many of whom are Latino. Graduation celebrations at VVC for certain groups have been made and done in recent years, and Latinos deserve it too. The Latino community has faced similar challenges and deserve the same commemoration too. Come spring, I hope and expect to see the celebration come to fruition, and not just for me. Thank you for your time.
Amada, is that right? Amanda, or is it Amada?
It's Amada.
Oh, yay, okay.
So nice to see you again, President
Nice.
Tarpley.
Nice to see you too.
All right, good evening, Board of Trustees. So my name is Amada Muniz. I am a first-generation Latina student. I'm enrolled full-time at Victor Valley College, majoring in business and communications. And I am a peer mentor for the BLAR Student Engagement Center. As of this fall semester, I am a proud secretary for Unidos, which is the Latinx student serving club on campus, a club created by students to support other students that share ethnic and cultural backgrounds. I am here to bring awareness to the lack of resources for students like me. Latino students make up over 55.6% of the student population, yet our community continues to be underserved. I would like to see campus leadership take the initiative in connecting Latino students with community leaders and create pathways that empower us. Ways to improve student success can include intentional student involvement in planning committees, as well as partnerships with the High Desert Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, so that students can grow professionally, succeed within our community, and gain access to mentorship and internship opportunities. Immediate changes like the ones I am suggesting have the opportunity to improve completion and transferring rates for Latinos. I have the expectation and hope that VVC will improve student success for Latino students like me this upcoming year. Thank you. I would like to invite the next speaker, Catherine Salazar. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Catherine Salazar. I'm a current VVC student major in child development and liberal arts for social and behavioral sciences. I'm a current UNUDA's officer as activities coordinator. I'm also a first-generation student and a proud Latina. I'm here to share and express how important it is for me to have more Latin representation in full-time faculty and management here at VVC. Even though I really appreciate my previous professors that I have had in my previous semesters from my time here at VVC, I have only had 2 of my professors that were Latin, and the classes that they have taught were Spanish and Chicano studies. Having a professor that I could identify with made a positive impact on me, and it made me feel seen, heard, and understood. Also, I would appreciate if there were more Latin full-time faculty and management here on campus so the current and future students could be able to feel seen, heard, understood, and welcomed here on campus.
Okay, so now it's my choice? No, just kidding. Okay, Catherine. Manuel? Is that okay, the order? Are we good? Yeah. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Nice to see you again, President Tarpley and Dr. Walden. So my name is Manuel Contreras. I'm a first-generation student, a biochemistry major, a MESA scholar, a student worker for the BLAR Student Engagement Center, and a proud Chicano. I also am currently serving as the treasurer for the Unidos Club, the Hispanic Latino Heritage Club here on campus. And I would really like to reiterate the importance of having a dedicated identity-based centers and special programs for the Latino community here on campus. For example, as a future transfer student, I've been taking advantage of the transfer center's campus field trips a lot to see which campuses would best fit my needs. And one of the many things that I've noticed while traveling to these campuses on the field trips is that they all have dedicated identity-based centers and special programs for Latino students. And such as UCR having a Chicano student program space and Cal Poly Pomona having a Mexican-American Student Association building. And although these are examples from four-year institutions, other community colleges have dedicated identity-based centers and special programming. Whether it be through Puente, La Casa, Metas, or Dreamers Resource Center, here at VVC, we have provided students with dedicated identity-based centers and special programs / fundings such as the Emoja program and the Emoja Village for the Black students and the Pride Center for the LGBTQ plus students. And we've seen the positive impacts that these spaces have and the funding that you guys give them and how it's affected their success here on campus. So currently, we have no dedicated identity-based spaces for the Latino students on campus. And despite VVC having an over 55% Latino student population. And I believe having these special programs and identity-based spaces would really greatly improve VVC's retention and graduation rates, as well as improving representation for the Latino community here on campus. Thank you. And I would also like to invite Donna Lee to go up next.
Okay, she was next to my stack.
Good evening, everyone. Nice to see you guys again and everyone else here today. My name is Dana Lee Valenzuela, and I'm a proud daughter of immigrants and a first-generation college student who is currently majoring in math and science and is also a proud officer of the Unidos Club on campus. I am here today on behalf of my peers, students who have shared with me their growing fear, uncertainty, and anxiety about attending and continuing their education due to their immigration status, particularly those who are undocumented and part of mixed status families. Student success has always been the heart of Victor Valley College's mission, yet this year, many of our dreamers and undocumented students have struggled to maintain that focus. Policy changes and the heightened climate surrounding immigration issues, especially those disproportionately affecting the Hispanic and Latino community, have created barriers that extend far beyond the classroom. These students who are balancing already heavy weight of academic expectations with the added fear for their safety, stability, and future. This emotional toll directly impacts their ability to fully engage, participate, and succeed. Despite these challenges, dreamers continue to show resilience, determination. They pursue higher education, knowing the ignorant stereotypes and ongoing stigma and uncertain future that they do face. They take risks to build brighter futures, not only for themselves, but for their families and for our community. VVC has held events such as Dreamers Awareness Week, which provides support and visibility to students who often feel unseen. But 1 week of recognition is not enough. These students need sustained support, ongoing resources, and year-round affirmation that they belong here. Dreamers at VVC are students of VVC, period. Their immigration status should not diminish their goals, their capabilities, or their right to opportunity. As we prepare for a new year and new semester, we will also be welcoming new students, many of whom will share these same concerns. VVC must continue to strengthen its commitment to create a campus environment that is safe, inclusive, and empowering for all students, regardless of immigration status. I urge the board and VVC leadership to prioritize advocating and creating policies, resources, and campus practices that protect and uplift undocumented students and students from mixed status families. When students feel safe, supported, and valued, they can thrive academically and reach their full potential. And when they thrive, the entire college community thrives with them. Thank you for your time and for your dedication for the students of Victor Valley College.
And Adrian.
Hello. My name is Adrian Mejia, president of Unidos, business administration major, son of immigrants, and graduating student. It is with deep gratitude that I stand before you at the end of my term as president. Serving this club has been one of the great honors of my undergraduate career. The work we accomplished this year, such as Hispanic Heritage Celebration with ASB, our public forum, and strengthening our advocacy for Latino students on campus stands as a testament, not to me, but to the dedication of our Latino students and the constructive partnership that we have with this college's administration. First, I want to express our club's sincere thank you to our President Walden, Trustee Tarpley, and Student Trustee Haley Reyes for attending and participating in our public forum titled Addressing Hopes, Expectations, and Concerns of the Latino Community. To President Walden particularly, your support and willingness to have been essential. Your support and willingness to listen have been essential to our growth and impact. You have validated our mission by engaging with us, and for that, I am truly grateful. That mission, however, is ongoing. So I am here today not simply to say farewell, but to make a respectful request. Please continue to champion Latino students and the work that we do. See in them a dedicated partner ready to build on this momentum alongside our VVC community. I ask for VVC's continued engagement, not for our club's sake, but to ensure that every Latino student finds a more inclusive, vibrant, and supportive campus here. Their success is our shared success, and that work must move forward. In spirit of that honest partnership, I also believe progress requires acknowledging where dialogue can be strengthened. This year presented learning moments for VVC. Leading up to the forum, a different trustee shared harmful generalizations about immigrants via email with myself after the club expressed their genuine intention about addressing the hopes and concerns that Latino students have about student success. Since that has passed, I have spent some time reflecting on that exchange. In that exchange, I was spoken to in a manner that I believe crossed the line of respectful dialogue between a board of trustee and a student leader. Regardless of differing perspectives on policy, it is my firm belief that a student leader advocating in good faith for their peers deserves to be addressed with professionalism and respect, just as I would always strive to show any board member. Moving forward, it is my hope that Latino students and all members of the board can channel such strong convictions into productive dialogue and not harmful generalizations about student groups on campus. Our shared goal, which is the success and well-being of all students, is too important. May future discussions be guided by a mutual commitment to listen as intently as we advocate, ensuring that our conversations always lead to stronger and more inclusive solutions. I pass the leadership of Unidos to a talented team filled with confidence in their vision and in this ongoing effort. Thank you for the opportunity to serve, for your attention tonight, and for your continued commitment to all students. Thank you.
Okay, you're at 3. Sorry. Thank you. Okay, and lastly, we have Tiara Cotton, and I do want to apologize. I was told that you were here very early and that you have a baby. So I apologize sincerely for being last.
No, it's okay. I came early because I'm just like that, and you know, he's a good baby, so it's okay. We are happy to be here. So I'm just gonna say thank you for your time as always. And I just kind of wanted to speak about the financial aid issue again. So I'm not entirely sure what happened with the financial aid this semester, and at the risk of sounding a little blunt, I don't really want to know. I just know when the money finally did come through since I spoke at the last board meeting, and it wasn't a guess anymore, it wasn't an estimate, it wasn't a system error preventing transparency or a definitive answer, my financial and educational life got better. I was able to pay my bills that I was either behind on or had to keep pushing for extensions on because the small amount I was getting elsewhere had me choosing between gas, food, and my $1,400 rent that I pay alone as a single mother of an 8-month-old, and he is here today. All this going on while I was juggling a little over 15 units. I usually am a very hardworking student who excels in school, but this semester, my last semester before I got my degree, was somehow the hardest. I contemplated dropping out at least 5 times. I watched my grades slip, my mental health deteriorate, far beyond my typical postpartum depression, and the long list of Canvas notifications piling up because some nights I contemplated if my degree was worth it right now while I was struggling to financially survive and hold myself to the same academic standard I always have. So like I said, I don't know what the issue is, but I'd certainly like to clear the air and say I don't blame the financial aid staff because they seem to be more confused than the students were. But I hope next semester the issue is resolved because while by the grace of God, it looks like I will get my associates this semester, I am still returning next semester. I decided to be an overachiever, and that's the job I decided to take on. But all I ask is the school make transparency and more definitive answers a part of their job. Even if I don't get any money, it's still my job as a mother and a student to make my goals happen. So a definitive answer would be appreciated by all the students because a false and inconsistent sense of hope and security looming over all of us this semester almost stopped me from finishing this semester. I am one student and one voice, but I can say I am one of the luckier ones because I finally got all my financial aid, but some students haven't, and they did have to drop classes and didn't have teachers as understanding and compassionate as mine. These students have been given the runaround since day one, and not everyone has time to hunt down answers like I did. Also, there is an inside source on the VVC Facebook discussion group that has been given credible inside information on the issue. So I'd just like to take this time to personally thank them, whoever you are, for helping me find my voice. Thank you.
Thank you. That was our last speaker, so we're going to move on with the agenda. So item 3.1 is a financial aid update.
Mary Gallagher.
Oh, Mary Gallagher.
Dr. Mary Gallagher, thank you.
I've got a quick PowerPoint.
While she's getting ready, she has a flight leaving LAX for Aruba at 11:30. So thank you for being here.
Certainly.
She wanted to be here.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. I indicated last month that that was my last meeting, but this item is too important to leave to a Zoom call. So I told Dr. Walden that I would absolutely be here tonight to present this in public and to answer any questions that any of you may have. So I'm going to talk about the challenges that have been happening in the financial aid area here for the last couple of years so that you as the board can understand, at least begin to understand perhaps some of what we've been grappling with and what we are doing about improving the processes in financial aid. So let me just start with just a few financial aid basics so you have some general understanding of financial aid programs. So financial aid actually came on to the scene with the Higher Education Act of 1965. It was actually as a result of the Civil Rights Act and what was happening in our country at the time to try to have some opportunity for all to be able to access education. It's a federal program. It was originally called the Basic Education Opportunity Grant and was changed to the Pell Grant in the 1970s. We are very fortunate in California that in addition to the federal grant programs, we have our own state grant in California. And in addition to the state grant, which is, by the way, called the Cal Grant Program, in addition to the state grant program, there is also a California College Promise Grant, and that grant is available to students of California to pay for fees at the community college. And so all of these told are put together so that our students who don't have the means to access a college education have the ability to access college. That is so critical for our students to be able to get financial aid. And to have problems with financial aid is very harmful for students. So this is something that's very important and very serious to me and to the department and to the division and the college as a whole. Financial aid actually pays students up front and assumes that the student will complete courses successfully on time to remain eligible. There's a reason I pointed that out because I'm going to show you the workflow. So I know it's hard to see this, but I'm going to point out a couple of things here. I think this is a pointer, yes. So the financial aid process is that students complete a form called a free application for student aid, FAFSA. And when the student completes the FAFSA and indicates a college like Victor Valley College, we receive information from the federal government about the student and their eligibility. The path that most of our students are on when they apply for financial aid is this path up here, which leads directly to the student being awarded aid. So over half of our students fall into this category where they file their application, it goes through a process, and it goes to automatic award, what's called automatic award. Then their satisfactory academic progress is checked, and then those funds are dispersed. So the satisfactory academic progress is that the student has completed the number of units that they enrolled for, and that they completed those successfully with a grade point average of at least 2.0. The next type of student that is applying is a student who does the FAFSA, and they're selected for verification. Verification has several different components to it: high school diploma or GED, identity, citizenship, homelessness, foster use, income, family size, a number of things that need to be verified. Now, verification happens if the screening process wants to confirm information from the application or a random verification. So most students who are selected for verification are selected on a random basis. And so they go through a process where they bring paperwork to the financial aid office. And when they bring that paperwork to the financial aid office, it's checked, any corrections are made, and the document is sent back through for processing and awarding. The final area that happens with financial aid sometimes is a student has problems with the application when they've submitted it, and then there's a little more intervention that's needed from the financial aid department. And we have staff in the financial aid department who work with students all the time to resolve the issues that they may be having so that their financial aid can be awarded and dispersed. So the goal that we have is to award that aid as quickly as possible and to get it dispersed. Once it's awarded, it can get dispersed within 5 days. So that is the goal of the financial aid department, to do that. I'm going to talk in a minute about the challenges that we have. The other state grant programs are separately done from the federal Pell Grant program. It's a separate process. And there is not a verification process to that application. It's just if you're eligible, when it's time for that money to be dispersed, it is imported in and dispersed to the students. So what are the challenges that we've had in the last couple of years? Well, in 2024, we had a migration to a new colleague platform known as SAS. We had some problems with the migration of data. We had some configuration problems, and one of the biggest problems that we had was that Cal Grant was not in the system at the time, because the system was set up as a nationwide system so that it did not have the California programs in it. We discovered that during the fall semester, worked with Alucian to resolve those problems, and those problems were resolved by January of 2025. So then we dispersed everything we could for the 24-25 year. We had some challenges with processing some of the aid from the federal government because the federal government had a problem with their system that created a problem, obviously, into our system. We worked through everything we could to get everything out that we possibly could in the 24-25 year. In the 25-26 year, we were late with our setup of the financial aid. We went through a period of several months without a financial aid director. And so because of that, we didn't have that leadership happening in the area, getting that system, a focus on that system. It was a challenge, though, I'll tell you, because we were trying to get all of the aid from 24-25 out. It took us through the summer to get all of the aid for 24-25 out finally, and simultaneously we were getting the system set up for 25-26, but we were late getting it set up. So when we finally got it set up in early August, we were able to then send award letters out. Usually award letters are have arrived to students by the beginning of August. So we were almost a month late in getting those award letters out. We also had a new system for book vouchers, because what was happening originally was students were provided with just enough financial aid to buy books, which was not very much financial aid initially, just to buy their textbooks. But the problem with that is if a student drops in the first week, 2 weeks of school, they owe that money back to the federal government, and it affects their long-term opportunity for financial aid. So we reset that to providing book vouchers for students who were eligible, and then their disbursement was scheduled for the third week so that they would be able to get a little larger disbursement when they got their first disbursement. So that timing was a little off for our first disbursements in the fall, but we got those out in the early part of October. The Cal Grant should have been paid at the beginning of October. The Cal Grant did not get paid until almost the end of November. So that should not have happened. And the breakdown in that disbursement happening, I have to take full responsibility for that. I was in the position of making sure those things happened. I take it very seriously that I did not communicate on that Cal Grant program, and that our students waited way too long to get the money that they should have had by 8 weeks into the term, 6 weeks into the term. So I take full responsibility for that. It was a total breakdown of communication on my part, and that I didn't look into the problems that the staff was having until the early part of November. We did get action taken as soon as I became aware of the problem. We took swift action and we got the funding out, but it should not have been delayed that long. So now going forward, this is what we're doing. First of all regular financial aid disbursements have been completed. So all financial aid is out for regular disbursements. When I say regular, it's because there's still a few pending disbursements for students who are appealing satisfactory academic progress. So students who don't meet the satisfactory academic progress, which is completion of at least 60% of the units that they attempted and at least a 2.0 grade point average, have to then appeal to be able to get their financial aid. Our appeal process is just a process that is not efficient and effective. So we are in the process right now of finishing the satisfactory academic process appeals so that the students can get the funds, those who successfully appeal the SAP. We have a few verifications that are pending that we've not gotten all the paperwork on, and then there are a few changes pending. So we still have aid that's going to be dispersed. So I don't want to leave this thinking, oh, we're completely finished. But we are finished with the lion's share of the aid that was due to go out this fall semester. And one of the problems that we had this semester, and again, another communication problem, is that on our website, we had TBD, meaning to be determined, for disbursement dates. That is inappropriate for us to publish a date like that. There is no way for students to be able to know when their aid should be coming in and to plan for that. So we have on our website now the dates for the disbursements in spring of 2026. The vice president, the dean, the director, and the assistant director that should be on board soon will be responsible to make sure all those dates are met and to communicate out if they are not getting met. We also are streamlining that system that we put in place for the book vouchers, and so that it will be much easier for students to know they've got the book voucher and to be able to use the book voucher. We're in the process right now of developing a new satisfactory academic progress appeal process. And there are some process problems that we're having. I don't know what the source of it is. I don't know what the problem is, But when I spoke with the president about these issues, he has asked me to come on board in January and focus all of my time in January on doing a deep dive into the system. I think I've mentioned this to you before, but I do have a background in financial aid. I was a financial aid officer for 15 years. It's been a while ago, but I'm going to dive in. I'm going to train on the system and figure out what problems may exist so they can get fixed, so that we have a smooth process going forward, and it's a very clear and very transparent process for everyone. And any questions that you have, I'm happy to take.
I just want to say, Mary, every time you make a presentation, you're candid and you're honest. And I think that what you said tonight, I mean, you talk from your heart. And, you know, I wish everybody in here could say that they haven't made a mistake today or they didn't drop the ball. I do it all the time, you know, so I just think it's great how you handle things. You've just got a lot of class about doing it.
Well, I wish that type of mistake hadn't happened. All we can do is make sure it doesn't happen again.
I have a question, Dr. Gallagher. Thank you,
Yes.
first of all, for the presentation. I hope it answered some of the questions that some of the students had earlier tonight. But I was focused on the SAP, this appeals process. And you mentioned that it's not efficient. But then and I was wondering, like, how we're going to get it efficient. And you mentioned that we have some consultants. I wonder who the consultants are. I have a two-pronged question.
She's the consultant.
I thought, you're the consultant. All right, great. So then, when you mentioned that we're developing a SAP process.
Yes.
But I think we'd like to know, like, a timeline. When will the SAP process be completed? That when we'll have a very
When we have a new
efficiently
process?
and efficiently running process, yes.
We've already mapped the process, so we already have put it together on paper and drafted it. We just need to vet it. We have a new Vice President of Student Services coming in, and really under his leadership, I think we can get that in place and have it ready to go for the next phase of financial aid disbursements, which will happen in spring term toward the end of February.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go to the
Safe
airport.
travels.
Catch
I'm
your
going.
plane.
I'm leaving. Thank you.
Enjoy Aruba.
Drive safe.
Do you need us to call the CHP for you?
Next on the agenda is item 4.1, Board of Trustee Goals,
Trustee Wood.
and that's Trustee Wood. Thank you.
All right. So we have goal number 1, that's to provide sustained support for the associated student body. Goals and objectives for 25-26 that promote student success, safety, and pride at Victor Valley College. This includes modernizing the student ID system to improve campus access and integration with college services. We had a long talk about this up in Big Bear that I think was very productive and a lot of good ideas were kind of kicked around, and some of the things that could be done with these ID cards. I hope to see that very shortly we have these ID cards that do all the amazing things that we talked about with the scannability and all that, as well as the employee ID cards having the same capabilities. Establishing the community garden to foster sustainability, wellness, and student engagement. We have had a location, the location is still being identified. Is that right? We haven't picked a location yet. Creating outdoor study and wellness spaces with shaded structures and seating to support academic and mental health. So a new head wall has been constructed at the south end of the pond. This will protect the future erosion, and it's big enough to support picnic tables, benches that will be installed next week. Additionally, facilities is obtaining quotes for a shade structure and benches to be placed outside the stage area of the Student Activity Center. Hopefully this will be done in the spring. So we are moving ahead on that. I'm sure you're heavily involved in that. It's going well. All right. And enhancing restroom facilities to ensure cleanliness, accessibility, and the availability of personal care items. So we have added modular restrooms in the 60s and 80s complexes. They've been identified as needing to be repaired. M&O is obtaining quotes, and hopefully those will be done in the winter term. Anything else to add about how awesome we're doing supporting you?
You guys do a lot for us.
Or the
and
lack
we're always
thereof?
thankful.
Hit us either way.
No, you guys do amazing, and we appreciate all the support of the board.
Thank you.
Okay, how's everybody doing technology break-wise? Good? Are we good to keep going? Okay.
But if you want to take one?
No, I'm just asking for a friend.
I'm good.
We'll keep going.
That friend was me.
You want to take a
I was being very cool about it.
No, that friend was me. But start on
Let's
the trustee reports. I'll be back in 10 seconds.
Okay, but then the rest of the class can't take the break.
Right, everybody's going to go now.
Okay. So individual Board of Trustee reports since he left. Let's start with Dr. Griffin.
Oh, why not? Well, you know, I want to say that I regret having missed Coco with the Popo. I really wanted to go to that one, but I had to take someone to the airport. But I wanted to hear what the the campus police shared with our students and with other visitors. But I missed it, so I'm encouraging you to schedule another one because I'd like to sit in on that one. Also, last weekend I visited the art exhibit that took place outside of Building 22, and I want to say that I wasn't surprised, but the students did a really phenomenal job. I listed the names of the artists whose work I was most impressed with. Everybody did great, but there was a student named Janice Finley who created a really nice painting of a cute little smiling girl, kind of looked like my daughter. It was amazing. Celeste Campos made a creepy looking bat out of some kind of materials, but it was creepy in a good way. It was really, really nice. And so it was worth mentioning her. There's a student named Megan Bonzo who painted a teenage boy that almost looked real, like you could have reached in and touched him on the shoulder. Amazing. And she also painted a cemetery, a spooky cemetery that was also really nice. And then the one that most impressed me was a student named Soledad Aguilar who painted a flower that, I kid you not, looked like it was three-dimensional, like it could touch you. And so I took a snapshot of it and I sent it to my wife, and she said even the snapshot of the painting looked three-dimensional. So those students are worth getting a commendation. They did a really nice job. Additionally, of course, I look forward to attending the Christmas party this weekend. My wife will be in attendance if she doesn't change her mind. So I look forward to that. And because it's basketball season, I look forward to going to both the men and women basketball games this season. So that is the extent of my report.
Okay, and we'll just go down the line if you guys are good with it. So I attended the High Desert Second Chance Gala on the 16th. It was their first gala. It was fabulous. They raised a ton of money. I might have mentioned that, I don't know. And then I attended the Unidos Club panel on the 18th, and it was a really productive and collaborative conversation. And then last week, I had the honor of attending the Foundation's President's Circle Luncheon, which is always a fabulous event with fabulous food. And I hope Tyler took my advice and gave all the student workers A's. Go ahead, Mr. Brady.
What?
A's. That's their class.
I'll tell you, I may take a little bit more time this time. Attended with Trustee Terrell and Trustee Tarpley, the President's Circle Lunch. I mean, if you're not a member, you need to be a member. We're pitching for you. Deb actually reminded me, she found my sweater, I think. It's in one of the back closet, but we'll pull it up.
You better dust it off.
I attended the CCLC conference down in Orange County 3 weeks ago. You know, what's nice is after you've been doing this for a while and you walk into one of those big lunches and you sit down at the table and this lady turns to me and she goes, "Oh, hi, Mr. Brady, how are you?" And I said, "Who are you?" And she goes, "Oh, I heard you and Dr. Walden," she knew every one of our names, in New Orleans, talk. And she was like bragging to everybody at the table. So you're talking about feeling pretty good. at that conference, AI is like the big deal. I mean, we're seeing it all the time. I just got a new phone, everything's AI. Dr. Walden, Dr. Scott, and Chris Piercy, again, knocked it out of the park. And, people were walking up to me the day after and they say, is it really real what you guys have done? Because some people believe that, maybe we're, not telling the full truth, but to Dr. Walden's team, he did a great job. I do want to say something to this young man, Adrian, that was here tonight. I did go out and I had a conversation with him and his group in the hallway. I was the trustee that he was offended by, and I said to him, I hope you accept my apology, but I said I did not like the tone of your email. I get 600 emails a day, and there's obviously a tone about it. I told him I wanted to meet. I told him to call me right after the beginning of the year, but I did apologize to him. I will say this. I would like, not just because of this exchange with Adrian and his group, what that group said, other groups on this campus have said as well. And we have looked at other groups and we have said, okay, this group can get this and that group can get that. I do think that we really do need to, as a board, and I would ask you, President Tarpley, if after the beginning of the year we really have a conversation back, because I really, 55% of our student body is Latino, 50% of our high desert is Latino. I really do think it's time that we have that conversation.
Well, I think that we are the governing board, and so we leave the work to the president and at his discretion, and then we will make decisions thereafter.
Yeah, but I will tell you as a board of trustee, if I have something to say, I'm going to say it to Dr. Walden and to you, and I think that it's something that it really does need to be done. I know that I've talked to Dr. Walden about this hopefully tonight in his president's comments. He's going to discuss something that bothered me after the last board meeting, that we have students that are causing fights, and the question is, where are they, what are we doing, because we want students to be safe here. I sent you an email earlier, just said, and hopefully he's going to be able to address it. This last Sunday night, we saw our choir and our orchestra in person, and I've got to say, in the 14 years I've been here, I don't think I paid any attention. Dr. Walden led an incredible conversation afterwards. If you didn't know that he was president of Victor Valley Community College, you would have thought that he was the pastor of Victor Valley Assembly. I'm telling you.
His first career.
He talked like he's been in the profession, and he has been in the profession.
For a long time.
But I will say this, so we have Joshua Phillips. Josh, please stand up. Thanks. So you led the group last week, and we led, so there were two other people with you, Sonia, who I know probably had to leave here tonight. How do you pronounce her last name? Krennic. And then Brigham Welsh. He had to leave earlier. The three of you beyond, I sat there, and as I told you, I looked at instruments differently than I ever did. I'm proud to say my mother was very involved with raising money for the Music Center in downtown Los Angeles and the Amundsen Theater. I hated music. My brother was a concert pianist. I hated music. I wanted to be a rock and roll drummer. I couldn't get it right. But what you guys did last week, we got in the car and Deb said to me, the next scholarship we're going to do goes to your music. And we've already done one in behalf of my mother. So this group should be so proud of what we have in this choir. It just, you rocked it. So thanks for coming tonight. Tell Sonia, I wish that we hadn't had some of the other things here. I wish we'd gotten you up early, but again, thanks for coming. The football team did a great job. Are they coming tonight?
Yeah, they're in the back.
They're on the agenda.
So in case anybody wants to take a look, this is what the ring looked like from the last time that we had a championship, and it's as big as a Super Bowl ring. I'll leave it up here for people to take a look. My wife pulled it out of the safe tonight. I thought it was pretty cool. Lastly, under the assistance and direction of Dr. Mackenzie Tarango and her team, we had a meeting last month with the agricultural community here in the High Desert region, and that was led by Earl Graham. How many of you know Earl Graham in here? If you're in agriculture and you don't know Earl Graham, every piece of hay that's in this county literally comes from Earl Graham. I call him the king of the cowboys, but what's funny is he sat down, he had an idea, he had talked to me about 2 months ago for an hour on the phone on the way to LA. We convened the meeting. He did a great job in articulating, I think, to Dr. McKenzie and her group, what they'd like to do here in trying to see some programs. But then what became more interesting is the Sheriff Dykus and I today happened to be on the phone about something, and that topic became paramount, and that was not why we were on the phone. So Sheriff Dykus wanted me to let the college know how much he supports what Earl's doing. He would like to be more of a part of it. I invited him sometime after the beginning of the year to have a conversation with Dr. McKenzie and Earl and Dr. Walden, et cetera. So that was real exciting. Let me see, what else am I missing? The one thing at the conference this year, they're really talking about the 2030 plan. And what's nice is, I think the community college system is really doing a good job right now. There's some people that may not agree, but I can tell you as a private sector person, I think our leadership is good, and I think those people that are leading us are doing a really good job. With that, that's all I have to say, and I just wish everybody we should all be really, happy and thankful. We had a great Thanksgiving. I hope everybody has a real good holiday and a Merry Christmas. And as I always say to people, God bless America. Thanks. Thanks, Morley. That's $20.
Trustee Terrell.
I had a fairly quiet month, but I did want to point out that the Mountain Desert Career Pathways is really providing some good insight to career opportunities for our youth here in the high desert. And I still happen to be the chair of the Manufacturing, Engineering, and Industrial Technology Launch Apprenticeship Committee. And we are continuing to reach out to not just San Bernardino County, but Riverside County for career technical education apprenticeship fields for family sustainable wage income for those that don't choose to go on to an associate's or a bachelor's degree. But many of the businesses that they get associated with then provide tuition assistance. And my current superintendent actually started off born in Mexico, came to the United States, became a United States Marine, came as a laborer to Mitsubishi Cement, was selected into our training program, became a maintenance mechanic, was promoted to a supervisor just in the process of completing his associate's degree, and he is now my superintendent out at the plant. So another success story. One of the others was down in Rancho Cucamonga. He happens to be our production superintendent. Again, came up through the ranks, went through the apprenticeship program. So there is great success and tuition reimbursement for those individuals that want to go on and get their associate's and bachelor's degrees. I also attended the President's Circle. First one I went to, I was fortunate enough to bring my wife along, so I ended up getting a sweater, so that I'll have to try to remember to bring that. And then attended the Greater High Desert Chamber Valley Morning Insight, and they had the Accolade Award, so giving some presentations out to volunteers and small and large businesses in the community.
Fabulous.
That's
Thank
it.
you. Trustee Reyes.
Hello, everyone. I also attended the Unidos Forum, and it was very exciting to be there because you just learned so much knowledge, and just the conversation that was back and forth was amazing to hear from faculty, President Tarpley, Dr. Walden. It was just amazing, and I thank you guys for having that. ASB Council just came back from their Riverside Advocacy Academy with the Student Senate. And let me just say, we are known there. Every time I went to a table, because they had a breakout where it was like bingo, and every time I went to a table, they're like, oh, you're from Victor Valley College. We know Advisor Sewell. And I was like, yes, that's amazing. But within our ASB, we kind of call him Grandma Sewell, and he had a tag to show it. I'll have to show you guys a picture. But also, when I was in the trustee workshop, it was pretty interesting because we were going back and forth on what is different about our boards. And it was just, it's so interesting every single time to be in those conversations, because I can say, like, yeah, I can just call the board, board members, and they'll answer, and they'll ask, like, how my day is going and everything. And they're like, you can do that. A lot of the time they can't even get a meeting with their board members, and the students are constantly ignored. So it's just very interesting to show how improved and how much Victor Valley College has grown. I will say that Region 9, which is the region that we are in, we were the majority there, with Moreno Valley, Chaffey College, Barstow Community College, and so forth. And so we collaborated a lot with Barstow, Moreno Valley, and Chaffey, and we are planning the Region 9 Summit, hopefully to be hosted here. I am in talks with the Barstow student trustees, so we'll probably have more information for you guys when we do the joint board meeting with Barstow. So we're excited to share that. And then my ASB people have attended many and very important and insightful sessions that included storytelling, how to tell your story, which is very important for when we go to things like DC, and then also how to build resolutions for when we go to General Assembly. As well, so moving on from that, Lights of Love is this Friday from 2 to 8 p.m. I do want to say thank you to all our donors who donated. Everyone is welcome to come. It's going to be a lot of holiday fun, and we are also having people donate their time, such as Girl Scouts, Outreach, EOPS, and of course ASB. And then I also do want to give a shout out to the foundation, because UC and Cal State applications were due recently, and as a student who doesn't receive financial aid or parent makes too much money for me to qualify for the fee waiver on the applications, the foundation was able to help me pay for that, and it just meant a lot, because without you guys I wouldn't have been able to move on to this next step of my academic journey. So thank you so much.
And finally, Trustee Wood.
All right, so I had the pleasure of attending the Best of the Desert Awards last Thursday, and I filled in for Victor Valley College. I'm happy to report that Victor Valley College won in 2 categories. We won for Best College or University, so that was great. We won for the Best Learning/Tutoring Center, so that was great. And I think the people that were at my table, I think they were wrong, Robert. Maybe you'll have to check officially.
Yeah,
It was 3.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so the people at my table said that we won in a different category. Best Child Development Lab. Okay.
Right, because they were
all
there.
right.
They had a table.
So that one was weird when they put up the winner. I thought it said Victor Valley Elementary School or something, or Victor Valley Elementary. And so I thought it wasn't us, but then everyone at my table said, no, that's VVC.
Were you wearing your
we
glasses?
Won a third. Okay, so we won 3 awards. Now, something weird happened. I don't know if somebody else in this room was at the awards. So when you walk across the stage to get the award, they give you like a generic one, right? A generic winner. And then you go to the table after and tell them who you represent, and they give you the specific one that has, it would say Victor Valley College, Learning and Tutoring Center, number 1. I went to the table to get them, and the lady said, oh no, another lady just came and picked them up.
It was probably
So
child development.
I don't know who the lady was. Who do you think it was?
The people that attended for child development, they had a table. There was like 6 of
Okay.
them. Yes, yes.
So maybe they grabbed all 3 of ours, but I was thinking, really? Somebody stole our awards. But I did bring
The generic
2
ones
generic
just in
ones.
case.
And so I'd like to give these to Dr. Walden to do with as he sees
But
fit.
also Brandon A. Wood won 2 awards
Twice.
Oh, nice.
as well.
Explain what he won.
He
What
won
category?
Best Criminal Defense Attorney and Best Attorney, right? Attorney.
Law firm.
Oh, law firm.
Nice.
Best law firm.
So yes.
If not, we're gonna have to track somebody down. Okay.
So the wood, they mail the wood plaques, but they give you a printout.
That you can laminate for the department, whatever you wanna do.
So I grabbed our paper copies. So congratulations to BBC. Thank you to everyone who voted. It's always amazing to attend the award ceremony. While we're on about it, now that Jen threw me down, Jen's husband, Mikey, actually took second place for his
First runner-up.
business. First runner-up for his business. So next year, everybody needs to vote Auto Wrench 2.0.
Oh, a plug
so we
even.
Can get, so we can get Mikey into the first place position next year. But
Thank
it was
you.
a great honor, and it was a great honor to be able to collect the awards on behalf of BBC.
Thank you.
President Tarpley, I just want to say, Brandon, you work really hard, and I'm really proud that you've done what you've done. And again, if I commit a major crime, I will call you from
Always
jail.
call him.
Yeah.
I'll just say, if you're the best defense attorney up here, I don't plan to ever give you any business.
If I'm the best, God help everybody.
I don't want anything to do with that. Hopefully.
And moving on, item 6.1, Artie
Superintendent,
Allen.
This is me.
Oh, can I bring him up?
See, that's my category right there.
I saw this word here.
Okay.
This
First
Sorry,
night.
I called your name. Let him call your name.
You're already
He's mad at
stepping
me.
on toes, Jen.
He's
First
a legend.
night.
Thank you
I have
very
to train
much,
a new
President
president every year.
I got
Tarpley,
so excited.
all of the Board of Trustees. Thank you, everyone, Dr. Walden. So I am here less of a presentation and more of a recognition. We want to recognize two of our teams today that from our fall sports, right? We're not done yet. Hopefully we have more champions, but two of our teams had exceptional years this year. Our wrestling team, our men's wrestling team, and our football team. So we can.
Woo!
So here soon, I'm going to invite each coach to come up and speak. But I just want to say a couple of highlights from our men's wrestling team. This is actually the third straight year that they're the conference champions. So that was amazing this year. And we did that with some transition in leadership. So Coach Adam Valdez, first year as our head coach.
Oh!
And he did that when our head coach for several years, Coach Rocky Humphrey, who's there in the back, decided to step down to spend more time with his family. His sons are amazing wrestlers as well. But he stayed on as an assistant coach to help Coach Valdez as well. So we are still going. We actually have 8 wrestlers that are going to be going to state this year to compete for individual state championships this year as well. So that'll be this weekend. And I want to go ahead and welcome up Coach Adam Valdez to share some highlights and talk about his players.
Yeah, I just want to thank Mr. Rocky Humphrey for entrusting me to run this program and recommend me to Mr. Allen. It's really easy when you have exceptional student athletes like we have. It's really easy when you have the support that we have and the support that we continue to get. So thank you guys for that. To highlight some of our athletes we have today here, we have my brother, Paulo Valdez. He's ranked number 1 in the state at 125. He's going to move up to 133 for this weekend.
Stand up, please.
Stand up, please.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Also ranked number 3 in this last ranking, Rocky Humphrey, Jr. Ranked number 1 in the state in the last ranking, Angel Salgado. Ranked number 3 in the state in this last ranking, Chris Guerrero. And ranked number 9 in the state, DJ Bell. So yeah, we have 6 of these athletes are freshmen, and we're hoping to get them back next year. As a team, we're ranked number 3 in the state, and we just look to hopefully continue
treading in the right direction. Thank you guys for having me.
Coach, you're doing an awesome job. And thank you for what you're doing for our students, because they aren't just winning in the athletics, but they're winning academically as well. And I have to commend you because you're helping to make that happen. And I just so proud of you athletes. Just keep making us proud. Keep going.
Coach, I have just a personal question. I graduated from Cal Poly San Luis in 1979, and Cal Poly was, I think, #1 in the country for wrestling. Where are they today in wrestling? Do you know?
I believe they're floating around the top 20, top 25 in
Yeah,
the country.
we were a small school, but we were feared, and it's so cool to see this. This is great. I mean,
That's the greatest thing about wrestling is you don't have to come from a certain place or a certain background. If you have the grit and determination, you can do that. And that's something these young student athletes are showing every day, every time they go out and wear that VVC on their chest.
when we were at a frat party, we feared the, we feared we had too many beers. So, yeah, I totally get it. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Valdez. So the next team I'll call up is football, and they also had an amazing year this year. They won the American Conference Championship this year, American Metro Conference Championship, in addition to being the division champions, hosting the first home bowl game here at VVC. So they are actually two-time champions. Last year we shared it with Chafee, and we're very, very happy this year that we are the sole champions of the conference. So under our brand new, started this week, actually on Monday, program manager, full-time head coach David Slover. We can clap it up for him as well. So he was also named Coach of the Year, just as Coach Valdez was for men's wrestling. We finished 10-1 this year. Multiple student athletes that are being recruited to four-year schools, high-level four-year schools, okay? And so I want to go ahead and welcome up Coach Slover to talk about his team.
Good to be here today. I just want to first thank Dr. Walden, thank the board of trustees, the leadership team, director of athletics, Artie Allen, and new dean of CAD as well. So it's an honor, first and foremost, to expand my role here as a program manager and head football coach. I'm really excited because now in this new role, I get to provide targeted academic guidance, right? And so the case management and the support I'm going to be able to give our student athletes is now something that's going to allow me to impact not only on the field, but off the field as well. And I'm extremely excited. I'll be working not only with football, but athletes everywhere. So to talk about last season, remarkable, right? Legendary, a 10-1 record, multiple school records broken. We actually had the most all-league selections of any team in the entire state with our student athletes, so the most student athletes recognized. As Coach Allen said, back-to-back league titles and the first home bowl win in school history. So amazing things. We've had multiple Power 4 conferences on our school this year. Campus, Utah's been to games. University of Texas San Antonio, USC's been here, UCLA's been here, and so this is not a place where people drive down the hill and go to the Inland Empire. This is a spot on the map that these young men and our coaching staff and our athletic department has made a destination where major college or contenders need to stop. I couldn't be more proud of the players, the staff, our coaches that we have built, have really poured into our student athletes, right? To just develop them holistically as not only students, but leaders, and develop them as young men. And the one thing that I am most proud of in my 3 years here and now transitioning to the full-time position is every single high school in the high desert is represented on our team. And that goes all the way out to Burroughs, Silver Valley, all the way as far as Lucerne and everywhere local. And so This team was powered by outstanding hometown talent. And so I want to say, not only our captains that are here, but they represented the high desert community with pride, with toughness, with heart, right? And that was extremely important to me. And so I'm honored to lead this program. I look forward to building on this historic season. Hopefully not just on the field, where obviously I know we're all recognized by wins and losses historically, but on the field, I should say, and off the field, I want to build this program as well with transfers and student athletes continuing their education. To everyone in the room, to the VVC community, not only are we here to do our part, but we're here to serve the campus as well. And so we want to extend the olive branch to every department where we can be that veil for the community to kind of welcome into our campus. And so with that said, I also want to recognize our team captains that we all brought here today. If we could give them a round of applause, guys, please stand up. So all of these young men played a really important role in our team, and we talk about a few aspects. One, we call being from the high desert, we call it the high life, living the high life, and that's kind of some of the grit that the wrestling team talks about, but taking pride in being from this area. And so they definitely embody that. And then we also talk about outworking our opponent, and that's on the field, in the classroom, right, in the community. And these young men embody that. And I think that them being the leaders that they are, it's going to kind of transcend their teammates, and hopefully it's our goal to transcend this campus community. And lastly, we have some hardware that maybe Haley can take, or we could give to Dr. Walden to put up in Building 55. But if Brandon could bring up our division championship trophy to give to Dr. Walden.
Definitely. And you didn't drop it.
It's gonna look good in that new glass case.
Right.
Nice.
They're all color coordinated.
No, thank you. I'm clumsy. We certainly will.
All right. You know, one of the favorite things about that group, I was talking to them earlier. I said, people say, well, it's just about playing the game. No, the only people that say that's the losers.
Oh.
We're winners, right? And they told me, they said, we're going to do it again next year. So,
Oh, yeah.
so I have to say this because I didn't get a chance to do the dick earlier.
Sorry.
I have to train a new president every year.
Yep.
Board president. No,
I know.
joking.
I'm not offended at all.
Where's Dean Allen? Did he step out?
Nope, he's there.
I just want to know, come back up here and
I stole his thunder. I'm sorry.
I just want to know how the deaning's going.
The deanin'.
Oh, well, I'm busy.
Oh, it's busy, is it? Okay.
Yeah, things are going well. It started off pretty aggressive, with everything coming my way, but
How could that be?
I feel like I'm starting to settle in, a little bit, and there's been Dr. Young and Kelly Cahow, and obviously my new boss, Dr. Tarango. Everyone's been super helpful to me as I've transitioned here. So the good thing is most of the individuals I work with are in my area, right? And so I have relationships with a lot of them, and I've had relationships. So that's made it a lot easier, right? I'm not coming into working with people that I'm not aware of and don't know. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Do we need
Great
to do
job.
a wellness check every month?
You know what? Check on me.
Okay.
After the holidays. We'll see how I feel.
Okay.
Well, get some rest.
Congrats, Steve.
Yes.
All right. Dr. Eric Freeman.
Good evening, Board of Trustees. Dr. Walden, thank you for allowing me a few minutes to introduce our selected, to bring to you, architect firm for Building 30. But we've gone through, I just want to give a little highlight of the process. We've gone through a pretty rigorous process that started back in September. We put an RFQ to architect firms across the counties, actually across the whole Southern California area. We received 15 responses. So that was great. We looked at those. We did a technical review of those 15. We narrowed it down to 5. We brought a committee together that included classified professionals, administration, as well as faculty who actually teach in Building 30 now. We did a rigorous interview process, and 2 were selected to move forward to cabinet. 2 firms came to cabinet with Dr. Walden and the leadership group and presented. And so this evening, we bring to you our potential architects. There's no vote tonight, it's just to hear from them. But I'd like to introduce Michael Stevens from SGH, and he'll introduce his team.
Good evening, esteemed board, Dr. Walden, and congratulations to Board President Tarpley and Board Vice President Brady.
Thanks. I think.
And our new clerk.
And our new clerk,
Terrell.
Mr. Terrell. So I'm Michael Stevens with SGH Architects, principal in charge of the project as well as managing partner, and that is really a creative way to say that the buck stops with me. I take the role very serious in managing a project. And with me tonight are Marco Ekrit, managing principal with SGH Architects, and Eric Anderson, who is the technical director and senior project manager for the project as well. Collectively, we've been practicing and managing complex projects since the late 1900s, so we've been doing this a little while. SGH Architects is a local firm. We're headquartered out of Redlands, and we're currently working with several other community colleges, so we're familiar with the process of community colleges and the shared governance role and the responsibility that goes with that. Additionally, I've had the opportunity and the privilege to actually sit at almost every role in the building development process as architect, as managing a large contracting firm, and as well as managing a bond program for Riverside Community College District. So I've seen the perspectives of it all. I understand what the pressure points. Budget's always it's program and budget and managing that, and we take that responsibility very serious. Our journey with Victor Valley College, we're not new to Victor Valley College. So that handsome devil in the top part of the screen is myself back in the 80s when I had a lot more hair and I was a lot younger. But my role actually at Victor Valley College started working while in high school and in college on Building 55. So if the lights don't work, it might be my fault. I'm not accepting all responsibility for it, but I was training to learn to be an electrician and learn how building trades and buildings go together. And I thought that was an important thing to have if I was going to eventually learn, lead and manage my own architectural firm. So I was grateful for that experience. In addition to that, I returned to design the One Stop Center. So during my role after I got my degree and went to work for several other big three-letter architectural firms, and I can't explain why they're all three-letter firms, but that's just a fact of life, that I actually went through my role and came back to design the One Stop Center with my former firm. So unfortunately, I was called to lead my own firm at about the time the project was into construction documents. But the programming was a tremendous experience with the entire staff and stakeholders at Victor Valley College. Very appreciative of the experience. And then I left that firm to start my own firm, and we proposed on the Stadium and Conference Center, the building we're standing in tonight, and we were a finalist for it. Unfortunately, we didn't make it, although it turned out to be a pretty nice building, I have to admit.
Pretty nice.
Pretty nice.
He has a punch list, though.
Right, Morley?
And now I'm grateful tonight to be back here with my team. I brought a very seasoned professional team, competent team to hopefully deliver Building 30 for Victor Valley College. So we're very happy to be back. It almost feels like we've been around for a long time, even though we're a relatively new face to the board tonight. Project management and control is something we take very serious, and this is actually one of the slides out of our presentation at the 2 interviews that we had. And one of the great questions they asked was, how will your firm design within and manage a project budget? It is always a balance, and it's the needs and wants of stakeholders, it's the needs and wants of the pedagogy of the academic programs that go into these buildings, and it's striking that balance and finding that equilibrium between the two. We thought it was a really great question. Part of our process is to start smart and recognize the challenges of the budget and the potential conflicts and needs and wants that may exceed the available funds to build the building. So we start smart by identifying those goals very early. We identify the budget early. We engage the stakeholders and the college community, the campus community, and listen to what is important to them and synthesize that information when we come back to develop the building and present options for the college to make a determination and give us decision and guidance. That middle image is NTE 44 million. Architects are famous for using acronyms, and that acronym means not to exceed. So we have our eye on the prize on what we know what the budget of this project is. And as those needs and wants accumulate, we put them into the bucket of $44 million. And as other needs come, say this is a great need that we need, but the bucket's full. So something needs to come out of the bucket. So we engage this process where it's give and take, and everybody understands what the conditions of satisfaction are going to be and what the goals for the project are going to be. And finally, we really value design. And what that really means is a lot of people play this game called value engineering. I relate it to playing offense and defense. I follow the sports presentation, so it's perfect. This is a perfect analogy. It's to play offense. It's to develop strategies to overcome budgets, to overcome challenges, and that may come about of the economic climate that by the time we're bidding this building, it may be a little different than it is today. I've been told by several of my colleagues throughout the industry that today would be a great day to bid the building, but that's not realistic to bid it today. So it will definitely change, and it's our role and our job to make sure that we're keeping our eye on what's happening in the economic climate, and then adjusting the bid documents and the program to make sure that the project can adequately respond. And at the end of the day, when we receive bids, we have a clear path forward to build the building. Finally, why do buildings cost so much? This is something, I'm a taxpayer. It kills me that these buildings cost this much. And it kills me as an architect because it makes our job so much harder. It's so much more difficult to understand. Just a few years ago, we thought $500 a square foot was an expensive building. And in other parts of the country, it is. But today it would be cheap in California. It's not unreasonable for them they've climbed up to over $1,100 a square foot for buildings today in California. But why is that? Well, there's three reasons that we can point to that drive the cost of the building up. One is that we're in a post-COVID economy. Wages raised extraordinarily. Cost of commodities and materials went up extraordinarily. Companies went out of business that were competitors, so the pool of competing businesses has gotten smaller. The second reason is there's a lot of money out on the street. If you guys remember last November, I'll use the word plethora. There was a plethora of local bonds throughout California. There's a lot of money on the street and there's less competition to get those projects, which doesn't allow the projects to really get down to the true value that they should be when they were developed. And the third one is that we have a thing called the Olympics coming. And if you know, Olympics always put a strain on global commodity, global materials, global supply chain issues. So we're recognizing those three factors that are contributing to the high cost of construction in California. And finally, I have Crafton Hills College instructional building listed here. And that's a building we're doing. It's very similar in scope to this building 30 at Victor Valley College, and that it too is an instructional building. We dealt with the realities of a difficult site. We dealt with the realities of conflicting programmatic needs and budget, and having a need to reconcile those in real-time manner to get to a position that we had a building that was on budget with a guaranteed maximum price with our build partner, and we're currently under construction right now. That's a picture of the building on the right side that we developed. And it's on a campus that has other buildings by a very famed architect from the Low Desert, E. Stewart Williams. And most of those buildings we could never build today. They're all cast concrete. You think $1,100 a square foot is a lot of money for a building. Those buildings today would be in excess of $3,000 a square foot. So we've developed a building that was cost effective. We prioritized where the spending for the building needed to occur based on its prominence on the main quad at Crafton Hills College. And the rest of the building is pretty straightforward. It's smartly sited, it's got smart building materials, it's got sustainable building materials, and it's easy to maintain, recognizing that after we all walk away from the buildings, the college still has to maintain them, so we need to make sure that we develop a building that can be maintained over the long term without incurring significant costs. So we approached the interview with a big idea. When the first program was given to us, it was a little larger in square footage and had a budget assigned to it. So we test fit it, and we test fit an idea, and based on input that was received by our office from the facilities master plan, addressing some key issues, and one of them was the need for outdoor space, outdoor study space, flexible outdoor learning space. Having the building, setting the building up so that it would actually protect people from outside from the winds that occasionally happen at this campus. Scalability of the building was important. We knew that there was a discrepancy between the budget that was given to us and the program that was given to us. But we developed a scheme that could be scalable, and it's scalable even during design now, and it's scalable in this concept later if the building was ever to be added onto. The building utilizes very simple massing. It's got four wings, minimize the indoor air-conditioned space of the building in a central core area, and then a lot of protected outdoor areas, lots of natural light, and a very sustainably responsible building design. There's the existing building that we knew we were going to replace, and that's our big idea. So our big idea is a 40,000 square foot instructional building, 2 stories, with a large outdoor covered area that can be utilized for a multitude of activities. There's opportunities for the college to move food service out in this area. We can have areas for tables to set up for students to congregate. You take advantage of those chance interactions between faculty and students. We've preserved the view to the lake, which is a tremendous organizing element on the campus.
What are those things on the
Oh,
roof?
God.
What are those things?
Photovoltaic panels.
Good answer.
So that's called solar, right?
Solar.
That's
did his research,
President Tarpley's favorite word.
Moving on past the solar.
So the canopy provides, obviously, because that is a very, from a solar perspective, that is a liability and for most buildings, the southern exposure. So we've extended a canopy and made it a useful canopy, both providing shelter and shade, in addition to providing a space to put the PV or solar panels.
It's the space for it, though. It's not including it.
Did it include the panels?
Well, I'm just asking.
Well, the code requires us to
Asking
put
for a
solar on
friend.
the building now.
That we're not there yet.
Okay, just asking.
Code requirement.
Just avoid the solar thing. She gets all upset. Keep saying PV.
PV. Another view of the covered area that houses the PV with an outdoor study stair that it doubles as both the circulation element to the second floor of the building as well as providing the areas for the chance encounters that I mentioned a few minutes ago.
Wow.
We also thought it was a great opportunity to utilize the building for a longer period of time. The payback on the building is much better if we can extend the number of hours the building can be used throughout the day. So our idea was to create an area that is also protected from the winds, but on the nice evenings, which there are many up here, that we could utilize this space for other events and make the building available for other uses in addition to instructing the students. So a view from Building 55, and no, the rowboat is not part of the project.
Only at Halloween time.
Dan builds
Thanks
boats.
to Matt Callender. Right?
But we thought it was a great opportunity to really take advantage of the unique siting this offers. It's really a tremendous site and a tremendous opportunity, once in a lifetime opportunity, quite frankly, to develop a building that has such a prominence, and it is such a easy wayfinding building. It marks a place on the campus to navigate your way around the campus. It also is effective at being intuitively navigable from within the building based on its layout. With that, that's the conclusion of our big idea for Building 30. We're excited and super thrilled to be part of this, and we look forward to continuing the conversation and engaging the stakeholders and learning more about the needs of the building and developing a solution that will continue the academic excellence of Victor Valley College.
For the record, I am not anti-solar. I am anti-talking ad nauseum about solar. Thank you.
Just a quick question before the trustees start asking theirs. The 40,000 square foot that we're talking about is building. It's not that counted in that space in the middle, right?
The 40,000 square feet we're showing is enclosed space right now.
So it include.
Enclosed, right? So that's
Enclosed
the
space.
building part, the H part.
Right, so the canopy is a premium to it. It will have to be looked at in totality with the entire building.
But it was kind of like in an H design. So it's the H that is, so in other words, that part that's open out in the middle is not part of the 40,000, right?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
So it's
That's what I needed to know.
40,000 feet of classroom.
Right.
That's, okay.
Yes.
Classrooms, restrooms, faculty offices.
Stupid question.
Stunning.
Where did this budget come up from?
We gave it to them.
He's
So-
like, not me, not
No,
it.
I'm curious, Dr. Walton. So one of the things that I'm in the development side of the business, and it's prevailing wage that I am, so I'm a taxpayer, and I'm absolutely totally opposed to it. And I've always been opposed to it. I've never understood how we spend $800 for a chair here, and I can do my whole conference room for $500. But, so, how do we minimize this down, or, because your fee's based on what that budget is, correct?
Yes, the fee is based on the project value.
So you
construction
get,
cost.
so if we say it's a $50 million building, you get 8%, and that's $4 million bucks? Is that how it works?
It's, yeah, it's like 3.6 million.
Yeah, so I'm a taxpayer, so I'm pretty sensitive. I mean, I love how this came out, I love how the one stop came out. But yeah, I'm a little concerned about how, in my business, we don't give the contractor the number. We give the contractor the plans and say, come back with a number. Am I missing something?
Well, this is not the contractor, so what you know is
Yeah.
the architect, when we get to the bidding stage, yes, we would give the contract to the bid, we would bid it out to the builders, and we'd say, here are the plans, bring us back a number. Right now, we're basing it off of what appears to be, from talking to our colleagues, the kind of the going rate. So
So it's a projection.
I get a little nervous about that, because there's no incentive on yours, and don't take this wrong. The higher the number, the higher your fee. Does that, because there's no scale going down, is there? I mean, where do you go from 8 to 6 or to 5 on fee?
So go ahead.
Well, our fee actually follows the California State Chancellor's Office fee
Yeah.
schedule.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much set, and it's tied
That's what it costs.
directly or indirectly or commensurately with the amount of effort required for the project value and getting it approved through the state architect. And frankly, the liability assumed by designing the building is tied to that as well.
I just want to talk a little bit about the budget. So the building actually doubles the amount of classrooms. So as we're going through our facility master plan, we have 13 classrooms in that building now. We're looking at, and this is just this is not the final design, right? We'll bring back, it's going to take the design phase is about a 2-year process. So this is just a big idea. I appreciate the big idea, but this idea doubles our classroom space. And our facilities master plan will show that we need additional instructional space. So There is a need for it. We did start much larger because we had bigger ideas, but we scaled down the budget and scaled down the building.
So the way we started was, I asked Morley, how big of a building could we build on this spot in two-story? And he said, probably go out this far and go out that way and extend. And so it was a spot that we thought we could put 62,000 square feet in, which is what we gave them in the beginning. We said, we want a 62,000 square foot building for, what'd we tell them?
32 million.
32 million. And they showed us some really nice pictures, but when we tested the waters, we found out that building would probably cost more like $100 million, which we don't have access to that right now. So we said, using the square foot standard that's out there right now for DSA public institutions, we came back with, well, this is how much money we have, so let's design a building that'll fit within that. And that's how we got here, right, Eric?
Exactly, and there's cost estimates going all the way through, so, and that's the cost of the building today.
But there's no FF&E, right?
Yeah.
So we're thinking 44 million and another 30% soft costs.
So FF&E is furniture, fixtures, and equipment.
Right.
So that'd bring us up to 50?
57.
57. So the one thing I want to say to the audience, I absolutely totally support building buildings, okay? I do not support how the state of California runs this. I'm absolutely opposed to it.
Well, we can't
change that.
No, we cannot.
So nothing personal, okay?
I got a couple of questions.
Maybe a little personal.
No, nothing
Like I
personal.
said, I'm a taxpayer as well, and it's frustrating.
What is the timeline for this project, for developing the architectural plans, going out for bid, and actually constructing the building?
We anticipate approximately 3 years to do this. Now, a lot depends. So the state architect's office just got 900 new building applications in the month of November. That's going to have a profound effect on our ability to get DSA to respond to plan check and back check in a timely manner too. So that could add, and that could affect the schedule as well as the decision making, frankly, of stakeholders and how we get this building designed. As we mentioned before, this is just a big idea. The building that we end up bringing back here could be a little different looking. It could be a lot different looking.
What's your calculated annual DSA escalation factor?
DSA escalation in terms of construction costs or?
Yes, construction costs.
Escalation right now is running about 8%, 9%.
Yes, that's
What has it been historically over the COVID years?
So it spiked before March of 2020, when the big crash happened. It was probably trending at about 3%. During those months following the COVID years, it spiked to about 23%. It's now back down a little bit, but it will never go into negative. So unfortunately, everything that gained, it's going to stay there forever, because as people that work in fast food and hospitality jobs got raises, so did everyone else in terms of the Department of Industrial.
So if we stay on the 3-year plan, what's the estimated cash flow annual output for this project?
I think
So-
Eric has that.
Yeah, so in there was an item attached for the architect services. So you can see their percentage of, on the last page, their percentage of cash flow for the architect services. We won't know the cash flow for a couple of years when we go out to bid. Then we'll work on the cash flow for the building project. You pay in increments, you don't pay all of it once.
So we're not talking 3 years from 2 months from now to have this thing done, are we?
Yeah, the soonest.
That's
the
the
3 years.
whole-
Oh, no. So I'm all in.
Yeah, that's our goal. One of the big factors would be how long it gets hung up in DSA, because I think with this board support, our decision-making can go quickly along the way. But there's those things out there we have no control over, like the Department of State architecture.
Or are you able to go over the counter up there?
For this building, no. They're tightening what we can actually take over the counter now, and I think they've limited it to attaching a bookshelf to a wall.
Yeah, okay, so you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
Yeah, okay.
Any other questions?
I think the building looks great.
Maybe just a quick comment, and it's as a resident, obviously, I think everybody's residents, but you talked about the wind. It's always windy up here, and it makes outdoor spaces unusable. My own backyard faces into the wind, so we never go out there. It's annoying, and as I'm looking at this, I'm pretty sure the prevailing wind is gonna come right into, I'm getting head nods from behind you. The prevailing wind is gonna come right into that big open space with the seating. The wind's gonna blow right that way.
The bottom of the H.
So I would just say that maybe it's early, or maybe this is the best time to bring this up. I think probably somebody needs to put some wind meters out to monitor like prevailing wind speed and prevailing wind direction. I mean, even if they're just something bought on Amazon or bought online and staked out in the area, because the last thing I'd want to see is to spend 44 million and just have that beautiful space just getting blasted with wind all day, every day, and for it to just be a mess, a dirty, leafy mess, and two, have it just be a place that sucks to hang out. So whether it's gonna need some walls or some wind protection or whatever, but I think we really need to look at prevailing wind direction and deal with that in where the outdoor space is going to be and how it's going to be shielded and whatnot.
Comment is very well taken. We will absolutely study it. This is just a big idea where we have just a very short time to put together an idea to show you what we're capable of, but the wind does need to be studied. Now that the building footprint in the area is a little smaller than what we were originally designing to, there's some flexibility to rotate and get the correct orientation to your point precisely.
Right, and it's probably what, I don't know, everybody chip in here, it's probably 80% of the time the wind up here blows in the same exact direction.
Well,
It's like
there's a breeze, and then there's the
always that way, like 80%, yeah?
breeze.
Yeah, it'll make it a trash
I don't know the
question.
direction, but yeah.
Check the flag.
Right, yeah, check the flag.
Okay, any other comments? Great job.
Good job, Brandon.
How much
Okay.
solar can we get up on that?
Let's get.
I was
bring it
actually
on.
thinking up
Bring
on
it on.
top would be a great place to sit.
By code.
So I want to say to the board, so our plan is to bring this back to the January board meeting with the actual contract, which I believe is an attachment here. Well, not the
It's a
actual
summary.
contract is not, but the numbers are there, right?
Correct, yeah, the proposal, and we've reviewed the contract and then.
So the 44 million, just to put it out there, at 8% is $3.6 million. There's a couple of things that are not part of the 8%. One is $35,000 programming fee in which they meet with our constituents to find out what the campus would like. That's part of AB 1725, participatory governance, in complying with that. And then there's about an estimated $40,000 to $45,000 of unreimbursables, like making copies. I don't know what all you do with that money, but anyway, those are the two things that are not in the 8%. The 8% is on the actual construction cost. Now, we are estimating 30% soft cost, which would include FF&E, and there's demolition and all that other stuff. So that would bring it up to around 57 million, and we have that money that we think we can get that money. But just to let you know the contract would be a three-phase contract, phase 1, 2, and then the third phase would be the actual getting all the way through to the end completion, and that's a $3.6 million contract plus the two items I mentioned. That's what you'd be voting on next month. So if you have questions in the meantime, technical that you want answered there, be sure and send them to me. I will get an answer from these guys to give you that night. If you need them back next month, they'll come back. They may want to anyway, I don't know. But
Pretty fun.
I'm seeing nodding.
Committed, absolutely.
Okay, just, you never know, because they might get into discussion. So, but the plan is to vote on it next month, and then they could move right along.
Dr.
Sorry,
Walton, I
programming.
just have one question. I like the building, I like the idea. I haven't heard any incentive to find the best materials to bring it down. Yeah, there's a great article about Geary. I'm from LA, so I've heard nothing about an incentive to create this great building at a lower cost here. Am I missing some?
Well, it's interesting. We actually went through this exercise for Crafton Hills College where we ran into the whole challenge of trying to get program to match budget. So we backed up and said, why don't we just do a simple, you're a builder, you're in the building side, development side, plaster box. No ornamentation, no solar, no site considerations, no niceties whatsoever. The project was still over budget. So we're familiar with how do we bring this thing back and do value design like I talked about a few minutes ago, and making sure that we're staying on budget. If this project comes in over budget and on bid day, I'm on the hook for redesigning the building and bringing it back in within your budget anyway. So I do have a vested interest to make sure that the building does come in on budget.
That's a good statement. You obviously know my concern.
I do.
Okay. But I like the building.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thanks.
very much.
Thank you.
All right, so that was our facilities update.
Oh, good.
Foundation, Kirsten.
She never thought she'd get to go home tonight.
Good evening, Dr. Walden, trustees and student trustee. We will be presenting our independent auditor's report to you this evening. We are required to do so annually. So some of you have seen this and you're familiar with this process, but I would like to introduce Amber Watson. She's our fiscal services supervisor, and she will be giving the presentation.
Hey, Amber.
Good evening, Board of Trustees, Dr. Walden, and Student Trustee Reyes. Tonight I'll be presenting our financial statement and audit. So this year our audit was performed by Smith, Marion and Company. Our principal auditor was Kendra Dockham, and the 990 was performed by Carlos. Our assets that we have in the foundation, our cash and cash equivalents, which is our restricted and unrestricted funds, is almost 1.3 million. We have investments of $5,237,000, pledges and grants receivable of $40,400, property and equipment of $479,000. Our liabilities, which are pretty low for our foundation just because of the size of the foundation, are $4,256 and $600 for our scholarships. Our net assets, our undesignated funds is $3,045,000. Our purpose restrictions is $2,086,000, and our perpetual in nature is $1.9 million. Our revenue, which is how we make our money, and I'd like to thank our community and our donors for the large donations for all of our VVC programs and scholarships. This year we were able to raise $1.9 million just in donations. Our in-kind donations were $86,000. Our events and other revenues, which includes HDES and our Hall of Fame event, brought in $98,000. Our membership dues, which include President's Circle, so thank you all for attending our President's Circle and becoming members, brought in $86,000. Our net investment return, which is our Miracle Mile and our Paid and Regal accounts, brought in $940,000, and our other revenue was $163,000. Our expenses and how we spent our money. Program services, which includes athletics, the fire program, the nursing, CNSA, all the different programs around campus, and also scholarships. We spent $1.5 million. Management in general, which is basically to cover things for the foundation, including software and other things like that, was $175,000. And fundraising, which included catering and event decorations for Hall of Fame and HDES, was $33,947. Our major expenses, obviously, are scholarships. We almost hit $1 million this year, which was super exciting. That's our internal and external scholarships. So scholarships through the scholarship drive, and then outside scholarships that our students bring through the foundation. Our grants awarded of $237,000 are campus grants and other grants that the foundation utilizes, such as Next Up or grants from Yahavia Tom, things like that, that run through the foundation. Note 11 on our audit, last year, grants that ran directly through the college and didn't come through our financials was $1,031,000. And this is kind of exciting for the college, or for the foundation. Every dollar that we raise, 92 cents of that dollar goes back to help support our students. And then in a commitment to our dedication to improving sustainability for our Hispanic and low-income students, we did fulfill our 5-year commitment of raising $120,000 for the DHSI endowment. If you have any questions, you can email me or call me at the foundation. I'm happy to answer them. And it's also online on our website if you'd like to look over everything. Thank you.
Thanks.
Just to add on the DHSI, so it's $120,000 each year for 5 years, and they have matched those funds. So now we have a really strong endowment portfolio because of that and the commitment.
Great. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Also, this is this time of year, so our bylaws allow for 2 Board of Trustee members to sit on our foundation board. They are non-voting board members. Currently, it is Trustee Tarpley and Trustee Brady who represent the Board of Trustees on the foundation board. So it is up to you all to decide if you want to continue in that manner, if you want to appoint someone else, select someone else.
I volunteer as tribute.
I would make a motion that Trustee Tarpley stay on and Trustee Brady if he'd like, or
I enjoy it, but if somebody else wants to do it,
I wouldn't mind.
there you go.
I'd like to.
You're on.
make a motion for Tarpley and Griffin.
And the only thing that I would say is I work my schedule around it so that there's no client issues. So whoever takes this, I would hope that you'll be there. I don't let our clients get in the way.
Well, okay, well, I'll look into it. I have to, yeah,
Would
we'll
you
talk.
like?
Can we talk
Would you
about
like
it?
more information on the times we meet?
Absolutely.
And all
It
of that?
doesn't take very long, and it's really, it's a fun group of people.
All right.
I will get that sent over to you.
Basically 5 meetings a year, right?
6.
6 meetings,
Yeah, every other month.
kind of.
That's not bad.
But they're well-run, they're only an hour. You have to eat lunch anyway.
Tyler provides lunch all the time, so
Yeah.
it's a great meal.
There's one long
It's
one that is the
incentivized.
annual planning retreat, right?
Correct. That's where we do our strategic planning
Trustee Griffin,
presentation.
it'll take you longer to drive from Adelanto here than it is the meeting, so, yeah.
I'll follow up with the information, and then should I follow up with you, Dr. Walden? Will they answer to you, and you can let me know, or?
Well, I think that he can have a direct conversation with you, so you can just explain it to him.
Okay.
Okay, and answer he may have specific questions, so.
Okay, I'll follow up directly.
Yeah, just, we can my office can put you in contact with him.
Perfect.
And Kirsten, maybe if you can, we build our calendar out right now for the year. So if he's gonna do it, let me know so I can delete the stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Absolutely will do.
You got it.
And then also I have one more announcement. So the foundation is 50 years old this year. However, we will be celebrating our 33rd Hall of Fame Gala on February 28th of 2026. And at our gala, we recognize distinguished service to education, distinguished service to community, and a young alumni and an alumni inductee. And then the presidents pick a President's Award winner. But I want to share with all of you that we have someone very special here today, and that is Mr. Lee Bennett, who's back here in the group. He was selected to be recognized for his distinguished service to education. So congratulations again.
Well
Lee.
deserved.
Well deserved.
That's my report. Our report.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, ASB goals.
All right. Hello, everyone. As we know, there is a soft opening with the health center, so anytime students come up to the office, make phone calls, we're making sure students get pushed in the correct direction. There was an email sent today about the student fee, so that students are aware that they now have that on their financial report. And then digital display boards were purchased to enhance communication, so we're going to be doing this. So there's going to be 3 locations where students with walking traffic, they're able to view things. So example, 1-year registration, we're going to have to start promoting that soon, so students are able to see that information. And then also you all should have received a Best of 2025 Rams Monthly. There's some exciting stories that happen throughout the year, and it's great to reminisce on a lot of them. So make sure to read this. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, just a couple of brief comments here. One is last Friday night, there was a group of 8 of us. Actually, there ended up being more than 8 because some were other tables I didn't know about till later. But we had a table at the Hispanic Chamber, and I had been given a heads up that the Hispanic Chamber had wanted to give me an honor of the President's Award for my work as president of Victor Valley College with the Hispanic community in the last 7 years that I've been here. And that was a real honor for me to think that the Hispanic community feels like that I did good work in reaching their community. And I wish those students that were here earlier could have heard that. I will say this about our Hispanic students. They are the highest performing students here. The equity gaps exist with our African American community and our white community. Okay, those are lower performing in the sense of their grades and their completions. So the standard here are the Hispanic students. What we're trying to do in having Emoja is close the gap with the African American students so that we could focus on them, and that'll help everybody. When you help one group, it helps everybody. Now, I'm not saying that we can't do more for Hispanic students. We can. We could do more for all of our students, and we are all doing that all the time, getting better at getting better. But the reason we don't have a Hispanic graduation is because that is our graduation. If you've ever been to graduation, you know that that's pretty much everybody that's graduating. And that's 12,000 people. So where would I do that again? When the African American population is much smaller, we have that in here, and they're not graduating in here. Everybody graduates together. We celebrate the graduation of the African American students with that in that ceremony that we have, which I believe Trustee Wood and Trustee Griffin were both in this last year. It was a great, exhilarating experience. It was. And so that's the reason for that. The LGBTQ community, they have that because they get funding from the state, not from the college, from the state. And they take that money and then they do what they do. And they're a student club, just like the club is for the Unidos Club. So it was actually my idea to have that forum. They came to me and they were talking about, their concerns and their feelings and not feeling safe and so on and so forth. So I said, well, why don't you have a forum? And they then asked me to sit on the panel, and they did all of that. They put the forum on, and it was, I thought, outstanding. It was a great evening. And Trustee Tarpley was right here, and Student Trustee Haley Reyes was there, and it was a great positive event and evening. I'm listening. I want to do all we can do, but let me tell you, I don't think that they get it. That, and I guess we got to do a better job of communicating. They're the standard here. I mean, we want all our students to do better, but they're the highest performing group. So even our white population, because if you think about the history, everything is always, well, the whites and Asians are up here and everybody else is down below. That's not what's going on at Victor Valley College. The highest performing group are the Hispanic population, and they should be proud of that. I said that night, actually, in the forum. So they should be proud of that, but to have another separate graduation for 12,000 students would not make a lot of sense.
So maybe I misunderstood. I thought they asked for a celebration.
Well, that is the celebration, but where do I celebrate all the rest of the graduates? I mean, if we can figure out, I mean, that's something not for the board to figure out. That's something for, we will, as I said, we will have, dialogue with them and see what kind of things they would like to do. We could turn this event center over to them. I just don't think they, if they start bringing family and friends, they're not going to fit in here. Probably wouldn't fit in the football field. So, I mean, that's just a different issue. The graduation we have is celebrating our Hispanic group, but I am interested in finding more ways to validate them, to make them, I want them to feel heard. But I want them also to know we're trying to get everybody else. And them being the highest performing group is something they should be, because that's not true everywhere. You can be 55% of the population and be the lowest performing group. But being the highest performing says something about our Latinx students. So I'm really proud of them, and I support them. And I appreciate the fact that the Hispanic community in the High Desert, I was actually surprised to get the recognition, but because I don't ever strive for those things, but I was honored for it and appreciate it. The other thing I want to mention tonight was at the last meeting, it was brought up that there were some fights on campus. We don't tolerate fighting on this campus. All 4 of the students involved in the fights were suspended immediately, and they're not on campus anymore. And that information was communicated to those that were in the know about that at the time. So just so you know, that they were immediately told, everybody who was aware of the fights or concerned about the fights, they were told right off that we took care of it, the students were suspended, they're no longer here. This is a safe campus. I mean, you should be feeling safe right now. Your surroundings are surrounded by the police. They're standing all around here. But this is a safe place to be. This is not a fighting campus, right, Sarge? I mean, sorry, Chief. Right, Chief? Chief. He's the chief now. Yeah. So, I mean, you other officers that are here, this is a safe place to be, right? You guys don't even do that much. I mean, ever so often, yes, something happens, but the point is, yeah, I definitely meant it in a good way because they keep the peace, right? We have peace and they keep the peace, and it's a safe place, and we have zero tolerance. I want everybody to hear this, zero tolerance for fighting. You fight, you're gone, okay? Because we want that, right? We want a safe place for Haley. We want all the students to feel safe here. And we don't tolerate guns, and we don't tolerate fighting on campus. So you can put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's against the rules. Okay.
They never told us that in the 70s, I can tell you.
Okay, so does that conclude the president's report?
Can I just make
it does.
It was very passionate.
I'm a passionate person, don't you know that?
Very passionate.
Dr. Walden, and just for the audience, my wife and I were members. We got to attend the Hispanic Chamber. The room was full. It was really a great event. Deb started to feel a little tired and queasy, so we left early before you were awarded, which we were sad to see. I also want to commend you for your comments about the fighting here and about the Hispanic group. I really do now wish that I had attended that. Things, operates in odd ways, and sometimes you do things, some days you don't. But thanks for your comments.
Okay, and with that, I really need a technology break. So.
Check your phone.
5 minutes.
Oh, yes, for checking my phone, there's a cake for Dr. Griffin's birthday.
Oh, let's go.
Really?
Let's go. I'm going to put it in my car. Bring
It's
it
an
over.
individual
But
size
we have
cake.
to start with this. Everybody ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to
Music guy.
you. Happy birthday, Dr. Griffin.
Thank you, guys.
Happy birthday to you.
A second verse, please.
Second verse, sing that.
So how are you going to split this dude up with everybody in here?
I don't know.
You won't have to worry about taking it home, I can tell you.
No, I'm going to have to take it home. All right, let's go.
Cut it. You can go cut it.
Man, talk about a surprise. I was not expecting this. That's so not.
No? Okay. We'll just wait. Let's conduct the meeting. Trustees, back to the dais.
Well, you can start. I did it a couple times. Who has prison all the time? I start with 2 people. Yeah, I'll come. Well, there's 3 of us here. We got to, people don't respect me.
Okay, while we wait for the straggler. Yeah, he went real late to get the cookies, though.
Those cookies are good.
Let's call 7.1 Academic Senate. My pleasure.
So, y'all know about all the things that Academic Senate does with APs and producing recommendations to Dr. Walden and ultimately you folks. One of the really big tasks that we're taking on this year is the selection screening committees of 33 new faculty. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot, especially for the Senate. The initial hiring committees have 6 faculty each. We have 33 faculty hires that Dr. Walden has approved. We have 31 committees because some of them are doubling up. My best calculation, it's 198 faculty serving on these committees. There's only 139 of us. So that means a lot of us are doing multiple duties because some don't do anything, right? Well, not anything, but in round numbers, it's about 12 hours conservatively for each faculty member between initial meetings and application screening and then the actual interviews for all of the candidates. And I say 12 hours. Some of them are a little bit less. Others are huge application pools, and the hours are much more. So roughly speaking, that's about 2,376 hours that faculty are spending over this year in the selection process of trying to get the best candidates for full-time faculty. Because largely when full-time faculty come here, they don't leave. We have them for life. So we want to make absolutely sure those faculty are the absolute best. Because it's not only just the teaching that we do. I always remind everybody on the committees that, like, at the end of the day, we're not hiring a chemist or a biologist or an auto mechanic. We're hiring a teacher who's going to be the best person to convey their expertise, which is a complete separate skill set. So there is a lot of work that goes into that. One of my character flaws is that one of multiples, but every time I sit around a meeting with a whole bunch of us in it, I always look around and go, how much is this meeting costing us? The public trust, you know, I mean, we put a bunch of us, a big bunch of money together. It costs a lot of money, you know, and this is probably a little on the shy side, but those 33 hires are going to cost public trust about $451,000 in faculty hours. You know, that's part of our obligation as full-time faculty. So, but still, it's time and money spent, you know, and that doesn't even include what it takes for HR and Monica to do that. You know, fortunately, Dr. Walden allowed us, you know, to get to that fund of 33. He made the really wise decision to do 13 in the fall and the other 20 in the spring. I'm not really sure if she's going to continue to work at the end of this because that's so much for her and her folks to put all that together. But I'd like to thank her, Monica, for doing everything you do to get your people together on that. This is,
yes, Monica.
to the best of my recollection, the most, by probably double digits that we've ever hired in 1 year. And it's a lot. We're going to go from 139 to like 172 by the fall, at least. Well, we're going to be at that at least. It depends on who retires, but that's huge. I think when I got hired here, I was like the 51st faculty. There's 51 of us. And so we've grown exponentially. In my last 1 minute, real quick, I want to talk about MDCP coming up here and acknowledging articulation. They've been in existence for 14 years, but BBC's been doing articulation a lot longer than that. Matter of fact, Chris Piercy is who I kind of want to recognize because he's been carrying that torch for, back to when Matt Wells was one of his political science students at Serrano High School, that long. And he has always recognized how important that linkage, that bridge program that he created in keeping students coming here, You know, not at Serrano there, you had the option of going down the hill, and he's like, no, come to VVC. And that's how the whole thing started, and he's just been an absolute staunch advocate for that pathway for the 30 years that I've known him, and he definitely deserves a round of applause, even though he's not here today. So thank you very much, Chris. And my time has expired.
And next is AFT part-time.
Not here.
CSEA,
Not here.
CTA,
Not here.
and management. I see Frank.
Alrighty, hello everybody. My name is Frank Casanos, Executive Director for Workforce Development here at VVC. And when I first got here, I was so excited because the room was packed. We had students, we had guests, and now it's just us, right?
Yeah.
But I'm excited to give this presentation today. Tim, can you put it up? Awesome. So the last few times I was here introducing new teammates to our department for workforce development. And so I'm excited to present on what we've been up to really this past year. So if we could just get the slides up. Here we go. Perfect. Okay, awesome. So just as an overview, the work we do really is involved with community organizations and employers, and everything we do touches on that. So I'm gonna showcase our High Desert Training Center, talk about our Career Center, our customized trainings, and our justice-involved education. So what's been going on at the training center? We've been really active out there. Again, this is the partnership we have with Exquadrum, who's the building owner of that building out there. We're doing our aviation maintenance classes out there under the credit program, but also our industrial maintenance on the apprenticeship side. Still doing a lot of events, programs like forklift and whatnot. And still very active with our Metallica Scholars Grant. It's our 5th year of that grant. And I actually went to a conference like a month or so ago, in which I learned that VVC is the #1 school with the most students impacted, or the #1 scholarships through the Metallica Scholars Initiative. And they have at least one college associated with every state in the country, and Guam.
And we're number one.
And we are #1 in total students served.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, really excited about that. Our Career Center is in fact at Building 42, the Academic Commons by the library. We have our student job developer assisting students with resume workshops, application assistance, mock interviews. We still have our clothing closet, so if folks have any donations for professional clothing attire, we'd gladly take those on. We're on the verge of kicking off Handshake, which is like an online job board. We're on like the last steps with IT, so looking to kick off in the new year this resource for students to be able to find jobs through Handshake. Still active with our employer engagement, hiring events, program advisories, trade talks, inviting industry partners on campus to speak to students, cross collaboration with our engagement centers, and interaction with students, taking them on field trips to industry sites. Another update in our area is we've since absorbed work experience education, formerly known as cooperative ed, and this is where students can earn college credit for work-based learning, either if they're brand new, sort of taking on an internship, or if they're currently employed taking on new assignments, they can earn up to 16 units through workforce or work experience education. Still active with our registered apprenticeships, both on the state and federal side. We have our construction apprenticeship readiness program, our community health worker, industrial maintenance mechanic, our electronics technician program, and our registered nursing. We have our first cohort of RN students who are apprentices graduating this Thursday at the pinning ceremony in this building, I believe. So happy to celebrate that first cohort for registered nursing apprentices. And we're looking to expand into early childhood education through child development as our next sector that we're going to adopt, hopefully through a grant that's coming up pretty soon. Still active with customized training through contract education. Again, this is where we've got contracts with different community-based organization and industry partners providing all sorts of different training. Our community ed offerings are expanding. We've got candle making coming up, so we've got soap making. So if you guys are looking for some holiday gifts, and you want to build it yourself or bring a family member, please sign up. We have a Merry Christmas paint night coming up soon too. But we've also since adopted volleyball, which has been great. We've been running those on Sundays. And we did our first doula class in Spanish so it was a Spanish-speaking doula class. We've done it before in English, but this was our first time offering it in Spanish, which was awesome.
Still active with our correctional partners at the prisons. Again, the FCC Victorville, the camp, the Women's 1, the 2, and the USP. I'm very proud to say that this week alone, we have graduations at 5 of the correctional institutions. So tomorrow we have graduation at the women's camp and at the FCI 1. And then the next day we're going to have graduations at FCI 2 and USP. And then Friday we're going to be having graduations at the Youth Detention Center. So it's awesome to see, you know, that 2-year degree, students starting to cross that finish line in higher numbers to get those associate's degrees, which is amazing. Still active with our partnerships with Cal State Reentry Initiative, Parole, and Probation, participating at their community events to promote the college and, you know, do warm handoffs here to the campus. We've wrapped up our 3rd vocational furlough program. Again, this is where ladies from the women's camp get released from the camp to come to the campus or to the training center to get certified. In this particular program, the ladies get OSHA 30 certification, CPR, workforce prep, forklift, and financial literacy. And this is through partnership with County Workforce Development, Chase, and Tomorrow's Talent. Some other current events. On the 18th of November, we had Exploring SCLA. It was a partnership with MDCP, where we hosted 4 high schools and employer partners where the students got to tour basically Southern California Logistics Airport to learn more about the college, but also the employers in the area. On the 19th of November, VVC had the speech contest, and if you look in the middle of that picture, you'll see a gal holding a certificate. She's actually one of our furlough students from the prison as well, and she participated in this program, the speech contest, really to just tell her story, and she wanted to have that be like the first opportunity for her to tell her story. Wasn't even intending on winning, and she actually ended up winning, which was fantastic. It was amazing. On the 20th, we had a hiring event out at the training center in partnership with the county. It was expected, I think, or anticipated that it was somewhere between like 250, I think, participants and students and guests that attended. We had about 30 employers. And in the bottom right is another one of our JIE students who participated recently at the art show here on campus. So we've been really active. You know, big shout out to our team. We're spread, you know, wide, which is great. And I do want to give a special thank you to Dr. Tarango, my supervisor and the leader of all the work that we do. She's just been, you know, steamrolling to make sure that in a great way, I respect it, I admire it. I just want to thank you for being a great leader and for, you know, setting the tone for our department and for the school. So thank you.
Great job, Frank. Steamrolling, huh?
The adjectives used to describe you, ma'am.
God.
We need a night with Dr. Tarango.
Frank, I'm glad she's my friend.
So actually, to get to the words right, it's transparent bulldozer.
No, it's wrapped. Okay, moving on to the consent agenda. Can I get a motion?
Motion. Second.
Student advisory? Yes. Okay, and moving on to the action agenda, are there any public comments related to the action agenda?
No.
Okay, nothing was pulled, so we're going to move on to 10.2, 2026 CCCT Board nominations. Can I get a motion?
Motion. Second.
So this is where y'all decide if one of you wants to run for the state board.
No, thank you.
Nope. Nope.
Student advisory.
No. The one time.
They're doing a good job. They're really doing a good job up there.
So if we don't want to have anybody, we vote yes or no?
You know, it probably should be a discussion item instead of action. I don't know. But
I just want to know what my vote means. If I say yes, we want somebody, or if I say
she said
Yes. Right? Is that what we should do?
Yeah, we'll do something different with this next year. So can you just say no action taken?
Can we skip ahead? Skip. Skip. Okay, so should I wait to do anything or should I move on?
No, it's just no action, so go to
No
10.3.
action. So 10.3, second read or approval, board policy 3905, display of flags, which we all got.
Motion.
Second.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. So tired. Student advisory.
Yes.
For discussion, I totally support the president and the board policy. I mean, if the president of the United States says lower the flags, he says lower the flags. If the governor says lower the flags, lower the flags. So I totally support the policy.
I want to go on record as saying that I respect our president, our college president, but I understand the students who felt a certain type of way about the lowering of the flag. And so for that reason, I'm going to say no. Excuse me.
And I just want to say that I appreciate the students' concern, but at the end of the day, I respect the American flag.
Did it pop up?
No.
Not yet.
Probably because we skipped. Sorry.
Did we cause a problem because we skipped?
Great.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
4 yea, 1 nay. You got it? Are you ready for us to move on?
Okay.
Okay, you got it. Okay, good. Thank you.
Okay, so moving on to the Administrative Services Action Agenda, an agreement renewal for Sangoma US Inc. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
And Student Advisory?
Yes.
Any discussion? Okay, 12.2 quarterly financial reports, first quarter as of September 30th, 2025. Can I get a motion?
Second.
And Student Advisory?
Yes.
The last vote, oh, here it is. It's reading late. There we go.
Okay. 12.3 CCFS 311Q quarterly financial status report, Q1 ending September 30th, 2025.
Motion. Second.
Student Advisory?
Yes.
Twelve point four purchasing agreement by Board National Purchasing Cooperative. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Student Advisory?
Yes.
Did it pop up? I'm sorry, I spaced out. 12.5 Board Resolution 2519 District Standard Materials Weather Weld 1630 Roof Reinforcement System.
Motion.
Second. Dr. Walton, you want to just comment on this one?
I think Eric would give a better definition of it than me. And I apologize to the board for 12.4. I told all of you individually that was our scoreboards, but the board, can you explain the the buy board, which they already voted on, because I misinformed them and I don't like
Sure.
that.
So there's certain purchasing agreements that we're allowed to use in the state of California for public purchasing. So CMAS you might have heard of. We can piggyback on other colleges' bids. One of the bids that we can use is the buy board bid process. And so we're using that in item 12.6. And now that you've approved the agreement to purchase the bleachers for the press box for the, not the bleachers, but the press box for the baseball field. So you approve the purchasing agreement. Now we're using that purchasing agreement in 12.6 to purchase the press box.
But right now, they're asking about 12.5.
Sure, 12.5. So when the district has a district standard that we want to use, so Weather Weld is a roofing product that we've used on the gym and some other places. And so we want to create that as a district standard. So when we go out to bid, and you'll see a bid next month for a roofing project, we can tell the contractors that we want to use that product. If we didn't have this resolution, they could use that product or another product equal. So we want them to use this product, and they have to be certified installers of this product. So we have to first bring it to the board saying this is our district standard. Now we can go out to bid using that district standard.
Thank you. Student advisory?
Yes.
12.6 agreement, Southern Bleacher Company, VVC construction of press box for baseball field.
Second.
Student advisory?
Yes.
Got a serious delay right here. It's very delayed.
Like takes turns on which one of us is.
I know it's weird.
guess.
Wow.
Okay. 12.7 agreement, Victor Valley Transit Authority.
Motion.
Second.
Student advisory?
Yes.
Okay. 12.8 agreement, Pave West LLC Event Center parking lot.
Motion.
Second.
Stu-
Dr. Walden, could
Di-
you?
So this is so you have the nice little parking that's right next to the building. If you skip over the landscaping there, then from there all the way over to the gym, that's going to be demoed. And those three modulars that are out there are going to be taken out. And that's going to be one huge concrete parking lot. And we'll have about 306 spaces or so. Does that sound? 320 spaces. But that doesn't include the ones that are right next to the building. So those is where, so it'll be that, both parking.
So between the 600 grand we had to spend for the architect to design concrete, how much does it cost for this, and what are we gonna be in that parking lot for?
Well, this is 2.2 million is the whole parking lot.
Yeah, but we spent 600 grand on the architect, didn't we?
No,
How much? But was it much less?
I think it was about 200,000 or 300,000, right?
Yeah, right around 250.
250.
Okay. So 3 million bucks, we got 300 parking places, 50,000 a pop.
Or 2.5 million.
Okay. All right.
Better be some good concrete.
But you got a concrete one, that's really good stuff, isn't it, Steve?
Yeah. As long as you buy Mitsubishi.
Yeah. I'd make a motion for that.
Student advisory?
Yes.
I have to abstain.
And let's vote now.
We're doing our best when we do parking lots now to do them in concrete because the asphalt just doesn't work up in the high desert. Like that all is new over there around the one stop and it's a disaster. It's just we're going in there now to fix it.
They're going to use expansion joints? Okay.
Roll joint and expansion.
Yeah, okay. Because otherwise one thing concrete does do is it cracks.
If it's comforting, this parking lot was DSA approved.
Yeah, so it's
Super
gonna be out
comforting.
thick. What's it, about a foot thick with steel?
It continues to cure.
13.1, employment agreement, Vice President, Student Services.
Motion.
Second.
This is to accept my selection of Dr. Oscar Cobian. So after you vote, I'll bring him up, assuming you approve.
Student Advisory.
Yes.
For Vice President of Student Services, this replaces Art Lopez, who previously had the job.
Got my vote.
By faith, Oscar, just walk on up here.
It's up. It's a
5-0.
yes.
5-0, look at that.
Barely made it.
Oh, look at them.
They're stealing your moves, Mackenzie.
Dr. Cobian comes to us from Oxnard College over on the coast.
Thank you so much.
But it's close to the coast, right?
Yes. Well, my name is Oscar Cobian, and I'm honored to serve as your Vice President of Student Services. Today, I heard some marching orders for financial aid. So that's one of the first areas I want to be able to tackle and support our students and support the vision of this college, the president, and the district. So looking forward to it.
You picked a great meeting to start.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you so
Welcome.
much.
We're happy to have you.
Part of your job description is to annoy Todd Scott and talk as much crap to him as you possibly can.
Oh, will do. I'll be
That's
ready
part
for
of the
that.
job,
Yeah,
so
I will
you
be
gotta
ready for that.
Maybe text him when the meeting's over and tell him off or something. Just get right to it.
Well,
And don't forget Mackenzie. We would, yeah.
I would.
No,
yeah, I wouldn't,
she's not in that. Mm-mm.
Don't mess with Mackenzie. But
No,
part of your
you will
job is
lose.
you got to feud with Todd Scott on a regular basis.
Dr. Walden said that's part of my job duties. So
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
great.
Leave Mackenzie alone, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. Got protection here, huh?
13.2, renewal of administrator contracts.
Motion. Second.
Student Advisory.
Yes.
We thought we'd keep Eric and Monica around, so give them a new contract.
This is a 20-minute contract, yeah?
20 days
30 minutes?
till the next board meeting.
Okay, 13.3, academic equivalency for Eric Paget.
Motion.
We'll say Griffin got it. So we'll put Brady as the second. Student Advisory.
Yes.
Uh, 14.1, continued funding application, California Department of Social Services. Can I get a motion?
Motion. Second.
Student Advisory.
Yes.
I love this one because it's $853,000 of income to support our Child Development Center. This is the only college I've ever worked at that the Child Development Center paid for itself.
And it's an award-winning Child Development Center.
And it's the number one in the high desert. But they've always been a financial liability to the district, except here.
That's fantastic.
So we're very fortunate.
$14.2, curriculum changes.
Motion.
Second.
Student Advisory, I'm
Yes.
sorry. I have to do this or else I can't keep it straight. Okay. So slow. 14.3, Inland Empire Desert Region Participation Agreement.
Motion. Second.
Student Advisory?
Yes.
Thank you.
another $254,000 that we were able to get from our region, from other colleges that didn't want to follow through with their projects. So,
Way to go, Mackenzie.
thank you, and thank Mackenzie. She went after it.
14.4, amendment increase agreement, striker sales purchase agreement.
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. Student advisory.
Yes.
Okay, and moving on to information and discussion items only, we were all emailed first read board policies as listed on the agenda. Does
Well,
anybody?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you get 5?
5, and then point 6 is the board meeting.
Right, so you got 5 of them, and then point 6 is, it was requested that there be a discussion on the Barstow joint board meeting that's scheduled for March 25th in Barstow.
Dr. Walton, before we get in, I just want to say something about the board policies. They seem to be getting better and better. I think they're clearing up a lot of issues that, we haven't seen, and I think the more items that come on up and the better we get clarification, I think the better off we are. So I just want to thank you and your staff for doing that.
So my only question regarding the Barstow joint board meeting is that the last time we attended, it was at Barstow?
No, last time was here.
It was here.
Yes, it's their
Did
turn now.
I miss that meeting?
No, you were here.
You were drunk.
It was in this building.
Pardon?
All 5 trustees attended, and it was in this building.
It was total round table. It was, if you don't mind, let me give a little bit of
Please
history.
do.
Yeah,
What?
no, there's, well, we have 2.
Round table.
You were here.
Right here.
I don't remember that at all.
It was like right after this building
I
opened.
think I blacked out.
No, it's
Please.
fine. So just for our 2 newer trustees, back after I became a trustee, Barstow I've always felt is a part of our region, whether it be Mojave Water or the Air District. I knew quite a few of the board members at the time, and I was new, and I was looking for some help, and I was trying to understand budgets, and I took Ted Baca, who we recently honored in here, out to lunch, and I knew Ted personally, but we went out to lunch so I could pick his brain. And while we're having lunch, we're talking about budgets and reserves. And we talked about the idea of, getting the 2 colleges together on a twice-a-year basis, one here, one there, for the purpose of really sharing, leveraging ideas. We have students that may go to Barstow for a class and they come here, and vice versa. And it's worked out real well. The initial was a little rough. We had a board member on our board at the time that I felt was very childish, and I think he was told not to show. And then ultimately that person came around, and the idea is we do it here, and then they host us on out there. And the last time we had it here, we had Tyler do our food.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought you were here. I thought everybody
It was shortly after this building opened. It was
Okay,
one of the
I
first
just
things
don't
we did.
remember. It's okay.
So the meeting was about 2 hours long. I mean, the first time we had them down here, we took them out to the Public Safety Center, and they came back here just oohing and on, going, how did that happen? So we're able to share ideas and really leverage. So I asked Dr. Walden to put this on the calendar tonight, or on the agenda, for one reason. I had asked him if everybody had signed up, and he said no. And I said, I changed a cruise for a week to be at this, so I think it's pretty important. And I would hope that all the trustees think it's as important that we leverage our relationship with Barstow. I'd personally be disappointed if not everybody showed up.
So I did RSVP as a yes. I can't guarantee I'm going to remember it, though.
Right. I also RSVP'd as a yes. I've attended every year that we've done it. I've attended in Barstow, attended here, and look forward to attending again this year. I think it has, it's gotten better. The first time we ever did it, it was a little bit awkward, like, why are we here? What are we going to talk about? Second year, it got much better. And by the time we did the last one where we hosted here, there was really kind of a real meaningful exchange, I felt like. And so I think it's gotten better every year, which is good. But I think it is productive, and looking at our high desert region, Barstow is part of it, and I also view them as kind of our sister college, and so I think it's a very good meeting. And I confirm the date. I think all 3 dates, I said yes.
I'll say this, I think, Trustee Wood, I think where we saw it change was after Dr. Wagner came in here. There was a president superintendent out in Barstow that she didn't like this. And her and I had a rather challenging conversation one day. It was kind of one-sided. And I think that Dr. Walton has seen, he's got a great relationship with Dr. Bagg. Dr. Bagg has a great relationship here. And there's a lot of, Barstow's about ready to explode with a $5 billion project that's going to have some, fallout here. It's going to have a fallout throughout the entire region. So I really would ask everybody to sign up, and as soon as these nice ladies send us something, it's on a date, time certain. I think it's important we get back. I do want to say one thing before I stop. President Wood, I want to thank you for your leadership last year. I did a video, I sent it out to all the trustees, but I wanted to just personally tell you how much I enjoyed working with you last year.
Ex-president.
So I want to say this about the Barstow thing. It's very difficult. So Stephanie and I think the lady over there is Michelle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's confusing.
They are tortured by 2 boards and 2 presidents trying to find a
That
time
sounded
that
kind of mean.
well, it's stressful for them trying to find where 10 board members and 2 presidents can do something on the same day. So it's just really difficult. So I just want to say to Stephanie, we appreciate your
Absolutely.
labor of love.
Appreciate you, Stephanie.
I'll say shout out to
pass that on to
Valerie and I
Michelle.
for being the easiest ones to deal with.
No,
Yes.
Well, actually, I said,
Trustees.
I apologize. It's 6 board members because there's 2 student trustees involved.
Well, I was just saying we're the easiest ones. We're willing to go wherever. We're just excited. We've been talking
Well,
constantly.
weren't you talking earlier about doing something out there? That's
We're
how
talking
important-
about
yeah.
Region 9 Summit, which is bringing all the
Very
colleges
cool.
within
Here.
Region 9, except Valerie, who is the student trustee at Barstow. She is the regional affairs director, so she's the one planning all of this and cohorts with this. So we probably have a lot of information to share with you guys at the March board meeting.
Yeah. Okay.
5 in Barstow.
No cocktails, though.
Okie dokie. I will now entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Oh, good
Second.
job.
To adjourn. Adjourn.
Student advisory? Yes.
Another cocktail.
So when is your actual birthday?
That was December.
They'll ask you to sign your name off. You have no idea.